Played with Washington last year. Good power. Better power from the left side of the plate. He swings and hits a foul ball out of play. He hit a home run against the Cardinals in that Little League game. They played against the Pirates years ago.
And the last home run that he hit was his 200th career home run. He's had a good Major League career.
The next pitch, a swing and a miss. Leahy took something off that one. It's 0-2 on Josh Bell out of Dallas, Texas. He's always been a pretty good hitter.
He has. He's had some holes in his zone, but boy, you make a mistake to him, he'll hurt you.
The windup, the 0-2 pitch. Low for a ball. And he has the power numbers. Not just talking about the home runs, Ricky, but he'll hit the doubles to go along with the home runs.
Agreed.
Good balance in the batter's box. A slightly open stance for the left-handed batting, Josh Bell. The windup by Leahy, the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, according to the third base umpire, Jeremy Reagular. Leahy struck out 2, but he gave up a Buxton home run. Burleson hit 1 for the Cardinals. We go to the second, tied at 1 in Minneapolis.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Abrams will have to range far to his right.
What a play. Atta baby! A dive there by Red Grisham. Here comes Marsh, and he makes the sliding grab.
The pitcher plays it on the backhand glove. Flip to first. He got him. Oh, what a play by Cameron.
Nice play.
Dylan Cruz lays out in right field.
He got him by a full step.
What a fine play and a perfect throw from Zach Short.
It's hit to Nachi with the diving play.
That's the deep safety going straight away for the pick.
Dive and makes the catch rolling over.
Mason to his knees. Throw hops in a straight to play. Unleashes the stretch and in time. Another great play by Mason Wynn. And he makes a sliding catch. He slides, dives, and makes the catch.
Isak with a snag and Walker with a pick.
And he'll make the catch.
Oh, what a play. Cole Emerson on the hot corner, getting it done.
He never ceases to impress you.
He makes the catch!
Here's a line drive down the right field line for Nootbaar. Over to get it. Clemens holding Nootbaar to a long leadoff single. Well, it wasn't like yesterday when Nootbaar hit a home run his first at bat at Citi Field, but he gets on representing the go-ahead run in a 1-1 game with Joe Ryan pitching for the Twins, Kyle Leahy for the Cardinals.
I'll take the base hit, and I know he will as well. Nootbaar is now 4 for 6 against this starter.
Well, you got a hit off Nolan Ryan, so you definitely take the base hit.
Yes, I did.
Here's Mason Wynn. He doubled in the game yesterday and takes strike 1 from Joe Ryan.
I hadn't brought that up in at least a week, John. I'm glad you did.
Well, his son is playing right field. Cody Clemens.
I didn't get a hit off of him.
Cody's playing straight up in right field. Buxton in center, shading Wynn a few steps toward right. As Mason takes a ball high, 1 ball, 1 strike. The left fielder is Trevor Larnach. He plays off the line and in a few steps.
I think I would have been afraid to get a hit against Roger Clemens because he'd have thrown at me the next time, I would think.
You're talking Clemens, you're talking Nolan Ryan.
Yeah,
he loved Nolan Ryan.
Oh,
a line drive base hit to center field. I was going to ask you, did you ever face Roger?
No, I actually pitched against him in the American League, but never got to hit. That was when the American League had the DH, the National League didn't.
Right.
But just watching him compete, I mean, he was in charge of the game. Trust me. He was going to make his presence felt, and he was going to control the inside part of the strike zone every night. I imagine that's what it was like to watch Bob Gibson pitch for years.
Sure. But Roger had that that intensity that we saw from Nolan Ryan, no question. Here's Crooks. He had a home run yesterday. Pitch up and in. Jimmy Crooks batting 7th. 4 for his last 22, a double, a homer, and 4 RBIs. The pitch. A foul ball on a breaking pitch from Joe Ryan, fouled back. A ball and a strike on Crooks from Euless, Texas, out of the University of Oklahoma. 24 years old. Crooks is playing in his 8th game this year with the Cardinals. The pitch by Ryan. A swing and a miss. Tied him up with a fastball up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Four hits and 22 at-bats. He has a double. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. He's down in the count, 1-2. The Cardinals have 2 on. Newbart second, Wynn at first. Nobody out. A 1-1 game. Now the pitch by Ryan in the dirt, and that's backhanded by Caratini. He'll throw a new ball to the mound with a 2-2 count on the Cardinal catcher. Long look to second base by Ryan. The 2-2 pitch. Crooks swings and drives it to center field. Buxton is there. He makes the catch. He almost ran in too far. He had to jump to make the play. And let's pause here for a station ID on the Cardinals radio network powered by Graybar. WNBS in Murray, Kentucky is our featured station on the Cardinals Network, powered by Graybar, and we salute the Murray State Racers of the Missouri Valley Conference. Good to have you listening in tonight as we come to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota. With Ricky Orton, I'm John Rooney. Ryan Schulte is our producer-engineer. Here's strike 1 thrown to Blaze Jordan, making his Major League debut. The Cardinals got him from the Red Sox in the trade for Steven Matz. He played at AA and AAA last year, AAA this season, and now starting at third base in Minneapolis for the St. Louis Cardinals. He takes outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. He usually puts the ball in play. Didn't get many hits in spring training, but didn't strike out a lot either.
Still learning how to play third base. He's been at first and third is where he's getting his shot.
With 2 on, the pitch. Check swing. Good take there. Cutter or slider down and away for ball 2, and the count favors the rookie who turned pro out of high school in Mississippi, 23 years old, wearing number 33 on the road gray jersey. Now the pitch. Outside, just off the corner. Thought Caratini might challenge that one for a moment, but he did not tap the cap.
And a good take by Blaze Jordan.
Looking for a go pitch here. Jordan hit 11 home runs for Memphis. He has 2 on. A turnaround, no throw to second base by Ryan. Raising Cane's is teaming up with the Cardinals and Cardinals Care to help kids in the community. Stop by any participating location on June 17th. Mention Cardinals Care at checkout. 15% of the proceeds will be donated. Visit Cardinals.com/Raising Cane's to learn more. The 3-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. He did not get the fastball he was anticipating. Got something with a little break just off the outside corner and a 3-2 count. Newbar led off the inning with a base hit to right. Mason Wynn a single up the middle. Crooks hit the ball hard, lining out to Buxton in center. And it's 3-2 on Blaze Jordan. The payoff pitch. Jordan sends it foul into the seats down the right field line.
Boy, he really shortened up on that swing, didn't he? I mean, to your point about not liking to strike out, for a guy that has power and can hit with power, that was a nice short stroke on 3-2.
Nathan Church is waiting on deck. Burleson homered in the first, so did Byron Buxton. We're tied at 1, 2 on, 1 out for the Cardinals in the second. The 3-2 pitch, a swing and a ground ball, base hit center field. The first major league hit for Blaze Jordan drives in the go-ahead run. Lars Nootbaar scores, and the Cardinals lead 2-1 in Minneapolis.
What a great moment for Blaze Jordan. They're going to throw that baseball out. It's in the hands of Pop Warner right now, and they're going to send that over to the Cardinals dugout and take good care of it as the Cardinals bench is getting the big wave over Blaze Jordan's way down at first base. Who's chatting with Stubby Clapp right now, but what a great moment. He is definitely feeling the chills right now after picking up his first major league hit. Outstanding.
And first major league RBI, 2 for 1.
And a really good at-bat, too, on top of that. Not just, that was a ball hit hard up the middle. He earned that extra 3-2 pitch by fouling off a tough one. I mean, that was just good hitting all the way around.
Congratulations to Blaze Jordan, his first major league hit, giving the Cardinals a 2-1 lead. Pete Mackey, the pitching coach, didn't stay long out there on the mound, talking things over with Joe Ryan. 3 singles, 1 out. The Cardinals lead by 1, and Nathan Church, he wants to keep the line moving for the Cardinals in the second inning. I think the thing the Cardinals were most disappointed in yesterday, Ricky, they did not add on after taking a 1-run lead in the second. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch by Ryan. A swing and a miss, and Church was trying to park that one. Nathan has 8 hits in his last 27 at-bats, but no RBIs during the last 7 games. 3 runs scored, 8 strikeouts. The pitch to the left-handed batter, taken high for a ball, 1-1. Church missed 15 games. He had a left shoulder injury that put him on the 10-day IL, but it took a little extra time, some rehab time. He has 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. The pitch, Church swings and grounds it foul past Stubby Clapp, the Cardinal first base coach. The Cardinals all-time against the Twins lead the series 22-20.
Including the sweep last year.
Church, left-handed batter, rocking the bat back and forth. The pitch by Ryan, a swing, and that's fouled out of play off to the left as Church shortened his stroke and fouled the pitch out over the plate off the facing of the upper deck. The lights are on, and they are just beginning to take effect here in Minneapolis. The wind is blowing out to center field. It was blowing from right to left earlier today. Church takes a pitch down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Another good take on a splitter that had good downward movement to it and a good sink at the last minute. He recognized it and didn't chase.
Nathan Church out of UC Irvine. The pitch, a swing and a miss. That time the splitter got him. There's the second strikeout. The first was J.J. Weatherholt leading off the game. And let's see what Weatherholt learned from that first at bat. He's up with Wynn on second base and Blaze Jordan at first.
Fair to say J.J. Weatherholt is a learner, too.
Oh, he is. He does a lot of journal reporting and writing after a game.
He
and then really studies the pitchers to get ready for the next game. Ryan from the stretch, the pitch. Little bit low, ball 1. When was Weatherholt's last home run? On the 19th of May against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So he's overdue. He has good power to left field. The pitch by Ryan. A swing, and there's a line drive. Base hit right field. Wynn coming around third. Here's the throw in from Clemens. Cut off. Jordan is caught between second and third and tagged out by Lee. Lewis's throw to Lee retired Jordan, but an RBI hit for Weatherholt.
And they're going to call him safe. I think there was an issue perhaps with interference. They're telling that the Cardinal runner Jordan to stay at third base. Derek Shelton's coming out of their dugout. He wants to understand why that is.
And so does Joe Ryan.
The third base umpire is Jeremy Rahak. He told Jordan, go ahead and go to third base. And I'm not sure what the deal was. Oh, he ran into the shortstop. Shortstop was in his way. It's 100% obstruction. And that was smart base running by Jordan.
just to keep on going.
And he gets that extra base, and Sheldon does not like the call, but this is not really reviewable either, and that's a judgment call in my mind. They saw it. They saw him run into the shortstop, Gray, and they're going to award him third base.
So we are still alive with the Cardinals batting in the second inning. Ivan Herrera is coming up. Runners at first and third. A 2-run frame for the Cardinals, who lead 3-1, out hitting the Twins at this point 5-1.
So they've added on, and now they get new life to the second inning and a chance to add on some more.
With Ivan Herrera, who lined out to the right fielder, Cody Clemens. Ivan Herrera, 0 for his last 5, 7 out of his last 26. The pitch to Herrera. Ball 1 taken low. Ivan with 7 home runs and 28 RBIs. He's batting .261. Jordan leads away from third base. The pitch. Breaking ball outside, backhanded by Caratini, and a 2-0 count on Ivan Herrera.
Well, that's
the pitch count is going up now for Ryan.
That's something to overcome if you're a pitcher, right? I mean, you just thought the inning was over.
And you're walking over at third base.
Yeah.
But with an obstruction call, Jordan was awarded third base. Weatherholt leads at first. Herrera takes a strike, 2-1. And if anybody in the Cardinal lineup, Ivan Herrera is going to make the pitcher work.
I don't think Ryan was doing this initially, but he's calling his own pitches right now. In fact, he's calling them so much his battery just ran out. He's looking down at it, and he's trying to use it himself, and it's not transmitting. He can hear, but his transmitter's not working. He I think, was frustrated about how the inning was going, and he wanted to call his own pitches, and so he's asking for the thing that you put on the back of your belt. It's not and he's throwing that over towards the dugout.
Well, they're going to need a new pitch comm after that one hit the dirt.
Well, that's what you do with a computer when it doesn't work. I always recommend just throwing that against the wall.
Oh, do you? Okay, Ricky. Remember you said that. When the complaints start coming in. Yeah. Ricky Horton told me.
Told me that's the best way to fix a computer.
Oh, it'll fix it all right. So you can never use it again.
Well, there's insurance. You dropped it.
I'm not going there either. On 2-1 for Ivan Herrera, first and third. 2 outs in the Cardinals' second inning. 2 runs in so far, looking for more. The 2-1 pitch from Ryan. Outside, 3-1. And lurking on deck, Alec Burleson.
I do think he's effective. And he's a veteran guy, Joe. I mean, he's a top pitcher. He's a very good pitcher, but this will frustrate anybody.
The runner breaks for second. The pitch is swung on, and a ground ball is hit to the second baseman. And Keyshaw throws out Herrera. But the Cardinals got 2. The Twins come up in the second, 3-1 St. Louis.
On our farm, sustainability isn't a buzzword. It's our responsibility. I'm Dustin Coleman.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with a baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Jays on the board first. In one swing, Boba makes it 3-0 and chases Shohei Ohtani from Game 7. Breaking ball, and he was all over it. And it'll be Sweeney backpedaling, and he can't make the play. And there goes the no-hitter. It's rolling. Does it go fair? Yes, it does. That's a fair ball.
Oh, she's giving it to him. They're up 6-1 in the 8th. She's giving it to him and making him like it.
Doing the pop-up dance, and he dropped it.
You don't see that very often.
Abrams is going to think about going to third. The throw too high there. Abrams dives back in. Tag applied this time by Riley. What just happened?
Appointment today. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
It's Royce Lewis leading off. He sits safely in 4 straight games. And a little rain falling here in Minneapolis. And our resident amateur meteorologist, Ryan Schulte, said it's a small cell moving through. It should go by quickly. I'll take his word for it. The pitch up and away for a ball.
Here's $1.
You have to be a far better weatherman than I was in Joplin back in the late 70s.
I just gave Ryan $1, so now he's a professional weatherman.
Here's the pitch. Check swing, strike anyway on Lewis.
Oh, I bet you were great, John.
Oh, yeah. My favorite part was constructing the weather map. I had to do it manually. Didn't have the computer-generated map. There's a high fly. That's hit to deep left center. Church back on the track. He has it. Fighting the raindrops. He made the play with about a step to go before running into the wall. Lewis, a long, loud out number 1 in the second.
He's one of their hotter hitters at the moment as he's 6 for his last 13. And that ball I thought might get out of here. It just didn't carry quite enough.
Our game is brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser. Enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. Here's a swing and a miss as Victor Caratini was trying to park one. Number 17, Victor Caratini.
And what is it about catchers that have the ability to get hit? We know Wilson Contreras got hit a lot last year. Herrera's gotten hit. Caratini leads the Twins with 8 hit-by pitches.
And here's a pitch taken low and in. I said number 17. I think he used to wear that. He's 37 with Minnesota. But he learned that, I think, with the Chicago Cubs.
Maybe he did.
He was with them for a long time. Caratini, a switch batter, batting left-handed. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Leahy pitches. And there's a ball that's hit down the right field line. Walker on the run, and he won't get to it in foul territory. Foul ball. Not much foul territory from the line to the sidewall.
The person that had the best chance of catching that was a guy in a Buxton jersey who was reaching out over the wall.
Not the one in center field.
No, the one that bought a ticket down there, and he almost caught it. And there's not much space, honestly, between the line and the wall, so it was
maybe 5 feet.
Yeah, close to being a fair ball as is, but they were kind enough to give him the baseball.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Brooks Lee playing third base tonight. Switch batters on deck. The pitch. Caratini swings and strikes out. Flips the bat and catches it as the Cardinals throw the ball around the infield. The 3rd strikeout for Leahy.
Speaking of the hit-by pitches of Caratini, as this series progresses, be interested to see why it's the case. But, you know, the Cardinals have been hit a lot. We know that. I mean, that's the thing. 46 times. The only team that's close to them in baseball is really close to them. It's these Twins. They've been hit 45 times. So it's kind of their thing, too.
Here's strike 1 right down the middle. A sweeper on the first pitch from Leahy to Brooks Lee, who's 0 for his last 5. Lee is 25 years old, out of Cal Poly. The windup, the pitch. And a ball popped up down the left field line. Nootbaar on the run into foul territory. He gets there by the sidewall and makes the catch. Lee is out. The Twins go 1, 2, 3. Lee has retired 5 in a row. Ricky will tell you all about the 3rd.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Looking for the best team in the American League? You got to go to Tampa.
And the Rays have won another.
The Rays are cooking, and they're doing it with their own special recipe. It starts on the mound where Drew Rasmussen, Steven Matz, Nick Martinez, and Big Mac Shane McClanahan are holding it down.
And a big swing and miss. He got him with the hard stuff.
This rotation is just suffocating opposing hitters, pitching to a sub-3 ERA backed by a lights-out bullpen. At the disc, Junior Caminero is proving he's an elite middle-of-the-order masher.
And that one's going to go.
Home run, Caminero.
And don't sleep on Jonathan Aranda and Yandy Diaz bats either. Those three have combined to drive in more than 90 runs already this season. Playing in the same division as the Yankees, Tampa will need to maintain their momentum. Maybe even kick it up a notch. But this season's Rays seem to be up to any challenge.
Riley Green looking to add on and maybe take a lead. Riley Green, fly ball right center field. This one's deep. Watch it fly. Gone. How about it? Riley Green's first of the postseason delivers a 4-3 lead for the Tigers in the 6th.
Wow, just stayed on that breaking ball. Man, did he hammer that thing. That was 3/4 of the way up those seats out there in right center field.
Today at cardinals.com/Christian Day or call 314-345-9000.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Light rain continues to fall in Minneapolis as the Cardinals bat top of the 3rd inning. And it's strike 1 to Alec Burleson, who homered 4 straight games now he's homered. And also has now a 12-game hitting streak. He homered against the starter Joe Ryan, who's still in. And that pitch is fouled off over towards the Twins dugout. And so far, the only issue we have with the rain is that it involves conversations with the grounds crew, head of the grounds crew, and the home plate umpire. We've seen that the past couple of innings, though. 2-strike pitch is fouled off again. It'll be Burleson, Walker, and Nootbaar here in the Cardinals' 3rd. A lot of the crowd is actually not in their seats at the moment. They are under the overhangs. They get the deal. Although there's some people that like rain, and I'd be one of them, that's just staying in the seat, enjoying it. The 0-2 pitch is a check swing, and it's outside. Burley was really good at checking that swing. It was enticing, but he did not offer at it. Burley's RBI total at 49 now as we play game 67. That's quite a nice pace if you do the math. The 1-2 delivery to Burleson is swung on and missed. He got him with the splitter, and that's been his best pitch so far. And he does have 3 strikeouts in this game. If you're a Cardinal fan, you know there's nothing like baseball in St. Louis, and that nothing beats 60-cent sippers and on the run the day after the Cardinals score 6.
Well, you had that Wednesday and Thursday, but we just couldn't get 2 more runs yesterday.
Almost got it yesterday. Hoping to get it here tonight as Walker takes a pitch outside.
50% the way there, Rick.
I was hoping you would do the quick math for me. Surprised
That's
you
that Archimedes rubbing off on me.
Yeah, surprised you actually took out the calculator to do that one, though. The 1-0 pitch is outside.
It's modern math.
You have a calculator on your phone?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? I mean, do you use it? Maybe is what I mean to say.
Occasionally. Like when I figure ERA.
That's right. The 2-0 pitch is a bit outside, 3-0. That was a very close
And I
call.
mean, those are errors Rooney allows. ERA.
I like it. The pitcher, Joe Ryan, is looking up at the scoreboard. He sees it's 3-0, and he can't believe it. He thought one of those was a strike. Well, that one was. 3-1 the count.
That was his get-me-over pitch.
I think he thought that the umpire called that last pitch a strike, so he was a little stunned by looking up at the board.
Learn something new every day.
You do. The 3-1 delivery is fouled off to the right. Hit pretty well, and that's not quite home run distance, but a long foul ball off the bat of the Cardinal right fielder Jordan Walker, who has an 8-game hitting streak on the line here today. Hitting .302 coming into play, and second in the league in RBIs. Andy Pajes has a couple more than him. He 52 RBIs, and hot on his heels is Alec Burleson.
I mean, you think about the 52 RBIs. He had 41 in 111 games total last year.
3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. They got him with a slider. So back-to-back strikeouts to start the 3rd, as again the rain continues to fall.
Another of our amateur meteorologist Chip Carey said this wasn't going to come through until late tonight, way after the game.
Oh, that's the funny thing about baseball, and you and I've been around it a long time. Everybody's got an app, and everybody's got an idea, and everybody's got a story about everything weather. We just do. I mean, there's a strike, and sometimes the kind of how you feel about looking up at the clouds.
Well, this is good for the rhubarb.
You might be thinking that, but you also might be thinking, well, we've got the lead. How do I feel about it raining? And so that was true back in the minor leagues. That was more of a deal. There's a strike called. If you were trailing in a game, you'd say, and it wasn't quite official yet, you'd say, we can't play in this. We can't play in this. Cancel it. Say the same thing once it became official. Let's go home.
I remember as a kid listening to a Kansas City A's game. The A's were leading in the bottom of the fifth inning. They were home. It was an official game. Weather was terrible. Starting to rain hard. So they made as fast an inning as they could. They made outs, and then they got pounded when the rain went away.
Whoops. There's a line out to center. Well struck by Newbar, who singled and scored in the second. He lines out to the center fielder. That's an L.
Oh, what a shot by the big man.
It is out of here.
It is an absolute home run derby.
I've never seen anything like this. I have never seen a game like this in my life.
Swing and a miss.
8 strong for Logan Webb, and that's his 7th strikeout with nary a walk.
And a diving catch by Nathan Lucas.
A highlight reel play to send us to the bottom of the 5th.
Christopher Sanchez having another really strong day.
Well, that's some big-time pitching right there. Well, you ain't kidding. That's 10 strikeouts for the 11th time in Sanchez's career. Right back up the middle. Rocchio takes the bag, throws to first, they get out of it. What a double play! What a play by Rocchio! Diving at second, as good as it gets.
Now, representing the organization, Jim Leland and A.J. Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Terzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
Strike one delivered to Tristan Gray, batting from the left side. Next delivery is low from Kyle Leahy. He's in the 8th spot of the order for the Minnesota Twins. Gray, Keyshaw, and then Larnach, the scheduled batters, as the rain has picked up a little bit here in between innings. Slider misses down and in. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Cardinals have a 3-1 lead. And the rain has picked up, and the temperature has gone down quite a bit already since the start of the game. I'll give you that here in a moment. The 2-1 delivery is a curveball, and it's grounded foul. Our game time temperature was 79, and just before that it was 80, 81, then it was 79. It's now 57. In just, an hour? Less than an hour. 48 minutes to be exact, as we are at the top of the hour, which reminds all of us that I owe you a station ID, and we'll get to that after this batter. The next delivery is fouled off to the left and out of play, so the count stays at 2-2. Gray committed a interference call, which apparently is not an error. I wasn't sure about that. Now they do list it as an error for Minnesota. I wasn't sure if it was. Swing and a little looper into center, and there's some atonement, a base hit.
Well, the way he left that pitch way up.
He did. So a second hit for the Twins. Let's pause right here for station ID on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Luke Keyshaw at the plate. He bats from the right side. He was a rookie last year. And there's a strike delivered in at the knees. Keyshaw hit .302 as a rookie. He made a lot of kind of all-rookie teams. And not the Rookie of the Year, but like he was the all-rookie kind of second baseman in baseball. Everybody liked what he did. He's off to a little bit slower start this year. There's a slider outside. Keyshaw had 4 home runs, 28 RBIs last year. This year he's hitting .247. Only 23 years of age. And the runner at first is Gray. And the pitch to Keyshaw is right down central for a strike. So I've been calling that interference, John. Is that obstruction?
That's obstruction.
When
Just like the obstruction call on Middlebrooks against Alan Craig in the World Series in 2013 at Busch Stadium.
So when a fielder gets in the way, it's obstruction. If the runner gets in the way of the fielder, it's interference.
Or if a catcher, if the bat hits a catcher's mitt, that's catcher's interference. It gets confusing.
It sure does. There's a strike on the outside corner, and caught looking is Keyshaw. And that's 4 strikeouts for the first 9 batters for Kyle Leahy. Edward Jones Financial Advisors are there for the moments that matter. Let them help you find your rich and build a game plan to get you there. EdwardJones.com, member SIPC. How about a double play here? Larnach at the plate, and the pitch is inside, ball 1.
He has grounded into 4 of them. But this is one of the problems with playing this interleague schedule where you play everybody. Only 3 games here. So they have to play in rain like this or do everything they possibly can to get these games in.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out right now. The pitch is grounded towards second. This could be 2. Weatherholt to short and on to first. Taylor made double play. 4-6-3. The Cardinals get 2 outs with 1 pitch. Well done, Kyle Leahy. We go to the 4th inning, and the rain is getting heavier here.
It is a 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's graded higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a pack or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
And then we'll turn 2 double plays together. Every participant will also receive an autographed baseball and a voucher for 2 tickets to a Cardinals home game. A Cardinals team photographer will capture the action for every double play. For more information, visit cardinals.com/Ozzy, and I'll see you at the ballpark.
Well, while we're at break, the rain, as I mentioned, had been continuing to fall, and it started to fall faster.
It's pouring now.
And now it is pouring, and it's interesting. The head of the grounds crew, I was looking for the gentleman's name, couldn't find it in the book, didn't have time to do that, but He was out talking to the home plate umpire and telling him, I think this might blow over. And then they had the pitcher go out to start the inning, and then he had left, and then he came right back and said, never mind, changed his mind and said, no,
right now the rain is like sheets.
It is.
Just blowing from left to right across the field here at Target Field, and grounds crew did a good job of getting the mound, home plate area covered, and then getting the tarp down. So it won't take them long to get the infield cleaned up once we do resume play, as we're in the top of the fourth inning with the Cardinals leading 3-1 in game one of a three-game series.
And the early reports on the rain, and we are officially in a rain delay presented by SafeLight. Cracked windshield? Get it fixed anywhere you want with SafeLight, scheduled today at safelight.com. And what we were originally told about the weather that was going to come through here is it would come through quickly and then exit. So I don't know about that. It doesn't sure look that way as I look at the clouds, and so now I'm being the expert weatherman, but it seems to be socked in right now, and it is...
Jammed and a little pop-up. Everybody's coming, but the pitcher wants it. Now he's going to give way. What is he doing? It's going to be dropped.
Keystone Cops on the infield for the Rockies.
Isbell's got a beat on here, battling the sun. He bobbles and recovers.
That's a highlight tape and a heck of a catch.
That went straight lawn dart. It's in the ground.
On guard.
That's it.
See, it comes off that stool down there and makes a nice catch, a hot line drive.
And Vladdy's applauding.
Coming on, Schumann dives, makes the catch. Max Schumann, great hustle right there.
Caught by Rengifo. Rengifo says not today. Schmidt's back, he's at the track, he leaps, and he makes the catch.
Diving stop backhanded by Hoskins. A perfect feed to Ciccone.
What a play by Hoskins.
He slides, and did he hold on? He did.
Just get him the third Gold Glove right now.
Gilbert jumps up. He caught it.
He just made a spectacular play.
Caught by Rengifo. Boy, has he been tested. That ball smoked right at him.
Cody reaching out. He's got it.
Oh, how did he grab that?
And he slides, and he's there. No nightmares there. It's over by the sidewall. Slides. He made the catch. He hangs on.
Speaking of arms,
wow.
A howitzer for Abreu.
To the right side. There's a stab by a running Alex Freeland.
Backhanded nicely by McMahon. Oh, a rocket.
Line drive left field. And Mangum will make the catch.
Straightaway center field. He hit his 21st of the year. Besides that, Leahy's been really good with 4 strikeouts and through the first 10 batters that he's faced. And on the Cardinals side, they've gotten to a very good pitcher in Joe Ryan. They homered in the first inning, and I say they homered, Alec Burleson homered. And then Newpar and Wynn had base hits. And it looks like we just
USA has scored.
How about that? 1-0 USA. And with that goal, I think I see the sun coming out. And I'm not kidding. That has really lightened the mood here. There'll be some USA chanting going on, but the rain has definitely abated some. As the grounds crew has not left the field. They're kind of thinking that maybe, just maybe, they could stay out there and get a chance to take it off. We'll see, but it is still sprinkling right now, but not like it was earlier. And we can also tell you this, that Graybar is your electrical and datacom distributor, helping to power, connect, and maintain your operations.
Yep.
Graybar does that. So now you're up to date on the World Cup score, and you're up to date on the Cardinals score. It's 3-1 as we played 3 innings. And no real idea yet how long it would take to fix this field. There's some puddles in front of both dugouts right now, and there's a lot of rain on top of the dugouts, which doesn't matter much. I also saw a shot on our monitor earlier of the dugout itself. There was a lot of water there, so the rain came fast and furious. The Tarps guys have now made it to just underneath the the scoreboard that is showing the World Cup game. So they want to get maximum attention right now. So they are feeling like they're at that soccer match, and they're also entertaining the crowd here. No one's going back to their seats yet, but it does seem to have lightened up some. The sky's off to our right, and that seems to be more downtown Minneapolis. Definitely lighter right now, but either way you look at it, we're still in a rain delay presented by Safelite. Cracked windshield, get it fixed anywhere you want with Safelite. Schedule at safelite.com. So the fans starting to urge the grounds crew to maybe do some work here, but we might be a bet. The Cardinals came in.
I see. You check the dugouts. Rain's still coming at a good clip. Puddles on the tracks. It'll be a little bit, even though the skies are lightening, and this may just blow through here before too long, but it's going to be a little bit before we're playing again.
So it gives long-term hope, but maybe not short-term hope to get going. The Cardinals coming into play today, 4 games behind the Milwaukee Brewers with a record of 37-29. Everybody in the division except for the Cubs lost yesterday, so that was good. The Cardinals, of course, lost to the Mets. And on the Twins side, in the American League Central, the Chicago White Sox lead the American League Central. They're 36-31. They have a half-game lead over Cleveland, and it's Minnesota behind them. So Minnesota's in third place, but they're 8 games below 500, and they're dealing with some injuries. So it's been tough sledding for them, and it's definitely lightening up right now. The rain's still there.
Rainbow, there you go.
And how about that? We've got a rainbow. We've got a USA goal. We've got a 3-1 lead.
We have a smile on Ricky's face.
What else do you want, John?
Just dreaming about that first trip ice fishing.
Well, the only other thing that I could hope that we could do, and this would be, of course, after the break, is I wish we could have a chance to listen to John Jay and Daniel Descalzo. I wish we had a chance.
Kyle Sixta back in the studio has that all set for you.
Oh, does he?
He does.
And wishes come true again. Again, that's the rainbow at work here at Target Field in Minneapolis, and we are going to send it to break, and you will hear John Jay, Daniel Descalzo. They were our guests at Friday Night Live a few weeks ago, so we hope that you'll enjoy that. So we'll have our folks at the studio take care of that, and we'll keep you posted on what's going on here with the game, but I do have hope that it will not be very long. Let's hope for that. Again, the Cardinals are leading 3-1, and let's go to break right now on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2. Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first major league at bat, is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
6th pitch of the at bat. Down the right field line in the corner. Off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second. Not in time. First 2 major league at-bats. 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal.
How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the third. Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogarts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
Coming off AL Player of the Week honors, where he hit over 400 with 3 homers, Bobby Witt Jr. was all gas, no brakes.
And grounded inside the bag and up the line. Played poorly up the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? And Vance Wilson is going to let him come to the plate. He is in there.
To say Bobby is on a tear is an understatement. His gap-to-gap power and that lightning speed have him among the major league leaders in hits, stolen bases, and WAR. He also just happens to be one of baseball's premier defensive players.
Goodness, that's why he's one of the best in the game.
That is how you win a Gold Glove in back-to-back seasons, and last year earned a Platinum Glove.
Baseball fans are bearing witness to something special.
He's their go-to guy in all situations, whether it's defensively, offensively, running the bases, complete player.
A primetime player in his prime.
Windshield, get it fixed anywhere you want with SafeLight. Schedule today at safelight.com. So it is time for a little rain delay theater. We always like being able to play back some of the shows that we have over at Cardinal Nation Restaurant and Bar at Ballpark Village on Friday nights. So we are going to listen in. Recently, it was fun to hear a couple of former Cardinals players. Now they're both part of the coaching staff in Daniel Descalso and John Jay. So let's get to that and let's listen to those guys talk about their world and their lives being part of the Cardinals organization for so long.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to being live here at Cardinal Nation along with Ricky Horton. I'm Mike Claiborne, and it's a Friday night in St. Louis. We're at Cardinal Nation right across the street from the ballpark, so if you're still in the vicinity, come on by and hang out with us because we have two special guests this evening. And Ricky, these are two guys, as I always say to John, I remember you from the backfields of Jupiter.
Oh, yeah.
John Jay and Daniel Descalso are our guests this evening, two Cardinal coaches, two Cardinal world champions, and two best friends as well. And it's great to have you guys here. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Great to have you guys. And we know that, the game just ended. It's a good game. You also know we don't ever talk about the game. We want to talk about you. But we also know that you wear it as a coach. Do you wear it as a coach? Just generally speaking, not thinking about today. Do you wear games as a coach? Guys, the same way you did as a player, more so or less?
I think as a player, it's easier to kind of reflect on your individual moments in the game that maybe you would like to have back or maybe you would change. As a coach, we talk about some of the things that we tried to prepare for. Maybe they did some things differently or maybe we saw some things that we weren't expecting. So we kind of got to get back to the game planning for tomorrow.
How about you, JJ?
Yeah, same thing. After the game, we kind of get together as a staff and just kind of talk about what we thought we could have done better, or what we thought went well, or what didn't go well, or you kind of scratch your head, especially after a tough one. You want to look at yourself and say, is there anything I could have done differently with the outfielders or just helping a base runner, whatever the case may be. So it does kind of wear on you a little bit. As a player, you control everything you're doing yourself. As a coach, you're trying to get information and trying to prepare guys.
Yeah, it's like watching your kids play. That's one of the hardest things ever. But so enough about. We won't talk about today anymore. But I do want to ask you about. Clay said that you guys are fast friends. We know that you guys have been together for a long time. You had actually 7 years where you played together, starting in the minor leagues. Daniel, you were drafted after JJ was the next year, and 7 years in a row through minor leagues and big leagues. Did you guys connect right away, or was that a relationship that you had that just developed over those 7 years?
I think we first met each other in one of the spring trainings and just connected pretty quickly. Kind of gravitate towards the guys that are like-minded and act like you and kind of push you to be better. So we kind of gravitated towards each other and have been, not too far apart ever since. We worked our way back together with the Diamondbacks somehow. I mean, some people joked like, "How did you guys pull that off?" And it's just been a fun relationship on the field and off the field. We've traveled the world together, and here we are again. Connected at the hip back in St. Louis.
And JJ, you guys play golf together too. I've seen you, so I know you do it.
Yeah, he's my golf coach, but I think he hit on the head where you gravitate to people that are like yourself. And I remember seeing Daniel come up. I got drafted year before him, but just respected the way he went about his business and just wanted to get better every single day. And I think that was something that was special of the group of guys that we had together. And it's that mutual respect on the field and then off the field as well.
When I look at you guys, watching you guys ascend in the organization, you guys were able to win in the minor leagues. Mm-hmm. You won together in the big leagues. And you guys, in my opinion, created the last true culture we had as far as the Cardinal organization winning.
describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city?
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win. Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them. And I was like, I think we can get these ourselves. But he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to, have that moment and have everyone so excited to, have a picture of you is a fun moment.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
To grow within the game?
So many people were able to influence me, but especially here in St. Louis. But I remember one of the first early guys on was Chris Carpenter. He, I think it was 2007, he was dealing with some arm issues or whatnot, and he came down to the minor leagues to rehab with us. And he would always kind of, gravitate to the guys that wanted to get better. And I remember him teaching us about, tips and just watching the pitcher and watching sequencing. So he was really the first one that I recalled that really took the time to teach us as young players.
So Daniel, same question for you. The old expression that when the learner's ready, the teacher shows up. I love that expression. Somebody wants to learn what you just said, JJ. Somebody wants to learn, then the teacher is there, and because he realizes he has a good ear. I mean, the person's ready to hear it. So for you to become a guy that played multiple positions, you had to learn from a lot of people, I would assume, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, well, one of the first names that comes to mind is, Pop Warner down in AA when I got there. But
we had a guy here. He coaches. His name is Pop Warner.
yeah,
same guy.
Still around.
Well, he's that old.
Mark DeJean though was my first manager in the minor leagues. A guy that played in the big leagues, was on Tony's staff in the big leagues, and just a great infield instructor, a great baseball mind, and sometimes we would. We'd miss batting practice because he'd just be in the clubhouse talking, telling stories. And a lot of times we thought he was just, goofing around or going off on a tangent, but there was always like a deeper message, a baseball message, and just a guy that, he just had so much baseball knowledge and things that I never thought about. And I was lucky to have him very early in my professional career, and so learned a lot from him. And then ended up playing for Pop, and Pop is just a guy that thinks the game the right way and has been around for a long time. A guy that's not afraid to tell you the truth and tell you exactly what you need to hear. And he'd always tell us, how am I going to tell Tony that you're ready to play? Because he's going to call me and ask, can this guy do this? Can this guy do that? And I'm not going to lie. It's my butt on the line too. So a guy like Pop to really just kind of tell you how it is and tell you what's expected up here.
So do you find yourself, either of you guys, you ever find yourself saying something as a coach and you can hear it in the back of your head that's what Pop said to me, or that's what DJ said to me, or that's what I learned in college? I mean, that you almost feel like you're not you're channeling them, but you are mimicking them or copying kind of what worked for you and trying to help add that on to somebody else.
For sure. I mean, Pop had a great influence on we talk about outfield, just making the right decisions out there. I remember, there's a time where I'll try to throw everyone out at third base, and Pop will call me aside and say, hey, you got to keep the double play in order. So that's something that I still resonate with, and it pops up in my head. But I think something that we try to tell the players as well is that we're so lucky to have so many good coaches, so many good teammates. And when we're speaking, it's not like I just made something up and I think I know everything. I don't.
Mr. Know-it-all.
No, right? I've been very lucky to have been around a lot of teammates like Daniel and playing for managers like Pop in the minor leagues and having teammates like Chris Carpenter and Albert Pujols and whatnot. So when you hear us speak, it's not like we think we know everything. It's just we've been lucky to be around a lot of people that had a big influence in this game, and we're just trying to pass it along.
That is Daniel Skowsko and John Jay, the voice you most recently heard, John Jay, speaking at a recent Friday Night Live. We love hearing that. At the same time, we hope that we don't hear much more of that, especially tonight, because we want to be playing baseball. And the good news is The game is going to resume coming up in just a few moments. Right now, it is just past 8:26, and they say the game is going to resume at 8:30. So supposedly we are less than 4 minutes away from baseball getting back going. Quickly, some scores from around baseball. We can tell you that the Brewers right now lead the Phillies 6-0. That game is in the top of the 8th inning. The Reds and Diamondbacks even 2-2. That game is in the bottom of the 6th. The Marlins beat the Pirates today 8-3. And then later on this evening, the Cubs and the Giants are going to match up against each other in San Francisco. Javier Assad's going to make the start for the Cubs. He is 3-1 with a 4.73 ERA. If you are just joining us in our game, it's been an active start to this contest. The Cardinals do have a lead against the Twins. It is currently a 3-1 ball game. The voice of the Cardinals, John Rooney and Ricky Horton, they are at Target Field in Minneapolis, and they are going to pick things up coming up in just a moment. So in a perfect world, I will not talk to you again until the postgame show, and hopefully we will be talking about a Cardinals win tonight. They lead Minnesota by a 3-1 score. We're back to Minnesota in a minute for Cardinals baseball here on the Cardinals Radio Network.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are tie cups.
These are tie cups.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
All right, so here is the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the two teams that left New York. And then subsequently, the Mets were created. You know, my parents were Mets fans growing up, and this was the jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, like, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Up to 73 again. How did that happen?
Yeah, easy come, easy go.
I guess so. So some cold air came through and brought a lot of heavy rain with it. And the crowd is making their way back towards their seats right now, to our right and to our left. A lot of Cardinal fans here. I see a Wainwright jersey, see a Contreras jersey, saw an Arenado jersey earlier. And I believe I'm looking at a Ray Langford jersey, too. So a lot of Cardinal fans indeed on the third base side. And just to reset where we are in this game, as Joe Ryan is completing his warm-up tosses for the top of the fourth inning. Cardinals with a run in the first, 2 in the second. A home run by Alec Burleson. RBIs by Blaze Jordan in his first major league at-bat. He had not only got a hit, but got his first big league RBI as well. And also in the inning, J.J. Weatherholt had a base hit to drive in a run. He's driven in 28 now. So RBIs from Weatherholt, Burleson, and Blaze Jordan. And that's the Cardinals' 3 runs. And it was Byron Buxton homering on the first pitch he saw from Kyle Leahy in the first inning. That gave the Twins their run. They got a leadoff base hit in the third, but a double play erased Tristan Gray and got Kyle Leahy out of that inning. So we are very close to our first pitch. Their manager is out actually chatting with the home plate umpire. That's Derek Shelton, the former manager of the Pirates. I wonder if he's still talking about that obstruction play.
I think they were. I think they were going over that, but that is water
under the bridge.
In the drain.
Right. There is a bridge right over to our right, and there's water underneath that, too.
The Mississippi River starts here.
I believe it's called the Hennepin Bridge, which is a really kind of beautiful look at the water and downtown Minneapolis. It's really a pretty city downtown. The throw goes down to second base, and here we go with the top of the fourth inning. Mason Wynn singled and scored in the 2-run second inning. He'll lead it off with Wynn, Crooks, and Jordan to bat. And a rain delay that began at 8:04, and it looks like it's going to be right at 29 or 30-minute delay. That'll be a cliffhanger. We'll let you know here in just a second what they decide. As Ryan goes into the wind, first pitch is strike called, and we're back underway. And it is at 29 minutes, I believe.
Indeed.
Officially, a swing and a miss by Mason Wynn. I thought the PA announcer into our booth was speaking French there for a moment. I didn't quite understand.
Oui.
But I heard a 29, I think, in there somewhere. So that's what we're going to go with. 29-minute rain delay. That's a pretty short rain delay by most standards. 0-2 delivery to Mason Wynn, and that's taken high for a ball. Be interesting to see, John, how both pitchers react to being off for a little bit, having to stay competitive, and it wasn't very long either. It's not like you could just go kind of sit and then kind of do another routine. You're right back at it moments later as the fastball misses outside, and Ryan wanted that one.
I thought Caratini was going to challenge, but he didn't.
And you would have lost it, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. A pitch to Mason Wynn is hit in the air right side. Backing up is the first baseman, Lewis, and he settles under it, calls for it, and barely catches it, backpedaling. And he almost made his 7th error of the year. He got a little fumbly with that one, but sure hands, and out number 1.
That would have been a fair ball, too.
Yeah, it would have been a fair ball indeed.
Pitch count for Ryan is at 68. 43 in the strike zone.
And his next batter he'll face is Jimmy Crooks, who homered off a Christian Scott in New York for his first home run of 2026 at the big league level. And the slider misses inside for a ball. Is actually a sweeper. We haven't seen him throw too many of those. Really has had a good splitter, I would say, has been his best pitch in this game. And he does throw hard, and he does strike out guys, and he doesn't walk batters. And just as I say that, he has a 2-0 count on Jimmy Crooks, but he has not walked a batter yet. In fact, he's had a couple. He had a 3-0 count, a 3-1 count.
The first 2 batters, he went 2-0. He threw the sinking fastball knee-high for strikes on pitch 3.
Nice to have a go-to pitch.
You can get ready for that, Jimmy Crooks.
Yep, here it comes. Sinker down and away. I feel it. He's going to be looking for it. The 2-0 delivery is fouled back, and I think that was a 4-seamer that time. A little straighter pitch, and maybe
a little higher,
maybe the inner half. So pitchers will use the top of the zone like never before in the game on purpose. There was a time where we would say he got the pitch up, but That's what they're trying to do now. More than they used to. Let's put it that way. See what he does here. 2-1 pitch is low. 3-1. And now Crooks is in the driver's seat. We're back underway here in Minnesota. The 3-1 pitch to Crooks is a called strike, just in at the knee. The four-seamer at 93. He can rush it up there a little faster than that. But he has absolutely shown good command. The 3-2 pitch is popped up left side. Backing up is the third baseman. The left fielder comes in, calls him off, and that is Larnach that makes the play to retire Jimmy Crooks. So that is now 6 straight retired by Ryan. And let's hope that Kyle Leahy is as effective after the break. So not only do pitchers have to deal with that, but so do hitters. You're kind of locked in for your at-bats, for your day, what you're doing, and then you go do something else for a half hour. And then you have to come back in and lock in again. Blaze Jordan swings and fouls the first delivery back.
So we had Brian Torres get a hit his first big league at bat, and in his first major league game they played, it was in Cincinnati, he also hit a home run.
The 1-strike pitch is fouled off, and we've had 5 Cardinals make their major league debut this year, and I'm not even talking about Velasquez, who made his Cardinal debut, and he hit a home run with the first pitch he saw. Understand that Blaze Jordan has family here. He's from Mississippi, and he swings and misses at a sweeper. And a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan sends us to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 3-1 St. Louis.
Mom's gotta work, but her rookie caught a fever.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this. Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
Matthews getting the start in left field tonight.
That ball hit well to left center field. Forget about it. Bryce Matthews by the home run pump. He hits his 5th major league home run. That was a no-doubter. Well over 400 feet.
434 over the gas pump in left field and into home run alley for Bryce.
That was pummeled.
He may be number 0 on the back of his jersey, but he's number 1 in your heart. Wow.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
For auto, home, life, and business protection, count on Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. If you're in Jefferson County, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Kevin Polite will make sure you have the coverage you need.
We move to the bottom of the 4th inning, and Byron Buxton, who homered his first time, will lead off against Kyle Leahy, who's just about ready to throw his final warm-up toss. Maryville University offers online certificate and degree programs for people balancing school, work, and family life. There are no application fees, no entrance exams. Learn more at maryville.edu. That round of applause you heard is for a very popular player here, 32-year-old Byron Buxton. 2 times he's been an all-star in his career. And his 21 home runs puts him in 2nd place in the American League behind Yordan Alvarez for the home run lead. He grounds that one foul, again jumping on the first pitch, and it's strike 1 as he went past the 3rd base bag.
And some rumblings in Houston about Alvarez perhaps being traded, and the Astros said, hold on a moment.
He's a good player. There's a hard hit ball, left center field, and I don't think anybody's going to catch that. It's going to go to the wall. The one hops the wall. Buxton's thinking about 3, and here comes the throw to third, and he is out at third base. Mason Wynn guns him down. And a terrific tag by Blaze Jordan at the bag at third. Buxton was flying around second, but he challenged the wrong guy.
Once Mason Wynn gets his hands on the ball, then that base runner is in some trouble. Nootbaar to Wynn to Jordan, out at third. It's a double, and that goes 7-6-5.
And that was quite a tag as well by Blaze Jordan, who had to get that on a short hop. And that's his first test as a third baseman.
Well, he's a first baseman who's been picking the ball over there.
That's right. Passed that with flying colors. So a double, and he's out 7-6-5. That's a nice start to the bottom of the fourth inning with Cody Clemens at the plate, batting from the left side, and he taps that one foul. I mean, honestly, I thought Buxton was going to get it. I mean, where the ball stuck against the wall in deep left field, Nootbaar had to run and pick it up, basically, and to think, well, Buxton's going to make it to third.
You don't know how much water's on that ball after the rain.
That's right.
Well done.
So much fun to watch that throw by Mason Wynn. There's a pitch outside. I'm glad I came all the way to Minnesota to see it.
That was worth the price of admission right there.
The 1-2 delivery is grounded towards second, and Weatherholt gobbles it up. He's very smooth, and he throws out Clemens for out number 2. I think we're going to get a lot of new baseballs tossed in after it, even on a ground ball. The home plate umpire went right out and said, no, let's get a new baseball in. I believe the reason they started this game so quickly, because it had rained hard, and we thought maybe they'd have to
give us the update, Mr. Weatherman.
Well, I'm just trying to get, not the weather, but what they're thinking about. And fastball is low. They call it a strike. Raises that right hand. Josh Bell at the plate. There is a window, and there's always the proverbial window. I don't think they wanted either team to lose their starting pitcher. And the longer you wait, the more that might happen. Another ground ball to second, and Bell is thrown out 4-3. Weatherholt gets him. And that way, if you can get deeper into the game through this window that might last a little over an hour, get closer to the end of the game, you may have saved.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. It was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team, and this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. The black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Plate umpire Joe West waiting, and West is saying throw the ball. So Joe's putting a little heat on Mondesi. Look at this. How do you like that? Strike. And he hadn't come up to the plate yet. Oh, here comes Lasorda. And Joe West, Cowboy Joe West, has just lassoed Raul Mondesi.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Pitch number 78 for Joe Ryan is a fastball strike on the outside corner to Nathan Church. The Cardinals' ninth place hitter is leading off the fifth inning, and the Cardinals are up by 2, 3-1 here at Target Field. The next pitch by Ryan, that's popped up. It's on the left side of the infield. The shortstop wants it. Tristan Gray makes the catch right at the edge of the outfield grass. Church 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up. J.J. Weatherholt broken 0 for 6 by driving in a run in the second inning. And on the play, Blaze Jordan bumped into Tristan Gray for an obstruction call and an E6. But the Cardinals couldn't take advantage of that and add on. There's a swing and a foul out of play off to the left. But they got a run on that hit by Weatherholt to cap off a 2-run second inning and a 3-1 lead.
I think fans here at the ballpark realize they got to see something very cool last inning. Probably the fastest guy in baseball. I mean, top 3 for sure, and Byron Buxton flying around the bases, and one of the biggest arms in baseball, Mason Wynn, throwing him out at third. I just think that's awesome to see the best at their best, and this time Mason Wynn was the better.
A foul out of play. No balls, 2 strikes on Weatherholt. You don't want to make the first or third out at third base, and Buxton was making a bid for his second triple of the year. Nootbaar, Wynn to Jordan, denied. The pitch low, and that's Blaze Jordan playing third base in his major league debut tonight for the Cardinals. His first at bat, he singled and drove in a run. The next time up, he struck out facing Ryan. Ryan has a 1-2 pitch here to make to J.J. Weatherholt. 1 out of 2 for J.J. He checks his swing and lets the splitter go low for a ball. Going to be an early bullpen night tonight for the Minnesota Twins. Pitch count is getting up there as Ryan swings into his motion. The pitch, and it's being challenged. Call the ball. Here's our first challenge of the night. Berrettini is challenging.
I think he did that for his pitcher because his pitcher's been bummed about some of the close ones that didn't go his way.
And it's just barely a strike. The 6th strikeout on a challenge, 6 for Joe Ryan. And Ryan has yet to walk a batter. The Cardinals have 3 runs on 5 hits. The Twins a run on 3 hits with 1 error. 2 left on for the Cardinals. That brings in Ivan Herrera with 2 gone. Ryan is settled in since the Cardinals took the 2-run lead. The pitch, a strike on the outside corner. 9 straight have been retired since Weatherholt drove in the Cardinals' 2nd run in the 2nd inning, making it a 3-1 game. Batter's timeout taken by Ivan Herrera. I think Herrera wanted to challenge that last pitch and just thought about it a little too long. We're in the 5th. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Ryan's next pitch, splitter in the dirt or the mud, whichever you prefer, after our rain delay of 29 minutes here at Target Field. Still has some dark clouds moving over Target Field here in downtown Minneapolis. The lights are taking effect here. The pitch, a swing and a miss, chased a high breaking ball. That was a hanger of a sweeper, but out of the reach of Ivan Herrera. 6 strikeouts for Ryan. He has Herrera, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the pitch, a swing, and there's a base hit into left center field. Moving over is Larnach, a wide turn at first for Herrera, and he goes back to the bag. And that gives me time to tell you this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the St. Louis Cardinals, LLC, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals. Brought to you by Brown & Crouppen, a great law firm. Oh, are you tricky, you off-speed pitcher, you?
Well, he threw 3 sweepers in a row. I thought I should try to change speeds a little bit there. And
you threw me the splitter. Here's a fastball knee-high, strike 1 to Alec Burleson, who hit a home run in the first inning, extending his hitting streak to 12, and he has homered in 4 consecutive games for the first time in his career. They play him to pull, infield, straight up in the outfield as Burleson looks at strike 2, 0-2. 6 hits now for the Cardinals after the base hit by Herrera. And Ivan snaps an 0 for 6 with that single to left center field.
I think this is going to be it for Ryan.
I believe you're right.
Surprised that he would go out more than this, as he's in the 90s right now, pitching in the 5th inning, plus the rain delay.
You know, he had a 9-pitch start, and that was against, let's see, go back to 5-3 against Toronto. 9 pitches, sore elbow took him out of the game. But since then, 6 consecutive games of at least 6 innings, 1 of 7 2/3. Here's a pitch over but low. Likes to throw that splitter, and Burleson didn't take the bait.
They have 2 lefties and 7 right-handers in their bullpen.
And if they need more, St. Paul is right across the river.
There you go.
They can go get more from their AAA team. The pitch, strike 3 called, and Burleson is challenging.
It's a batter challenge.
And up on the screen, the big screen high above the stands in left field, it's a ball.
They got 2 left.
The Cardinals have 2 left, as Dan Iasanya informs the crowd. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Burleson taps the plate with the bat, rocking it back and forth. Wide open stance. Feet close together, holds the bat high over his head now. There goes the runner for second base. The pitch is inside, and standing up without a throw, Ivan Herrera. His 3rd steal.
Ivan picks his spots, doesn't he? He's got a
good one right there.
Good knack of knowing when to go, and there are times he's run into outs on the bases, but running the bases has been superior for the Cardinals this year.
Now the 3-2 pitch to Burley. He swings and goes down on strikes, losing his helmet. 7 strikeouts for Ryan. The Cardinals leave Herrera at second base. Halfway through the game, the Redbirds lead in Minneapolis 3-1.
There's the kid who caught the ball. Whoa, the kid got his lawyer on the phone?
He's on the phone with his agent. Hey, I need to negotiate something right here.
Yeah, don't go low.
Yeah, hey, you got to go for the top and then we'll negotiate down.
You know, usually the home team always is on the field first, but for some reason Travis Mazzano forgot. Look at the guys getting him. He's like, oh man.
And Bowers began to do the crab walk like he was in PE in first grade.
Don't see that often.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout? That's a new one.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
In a big-time spot here in the 8th. It's the 2-2 pitch. Yelich, a high drive, deep right, down the line, fair, and gone! Yelich delivers in the clutch. And he left nothing in the tank.
My God, how far did that go? A bomb.
421 feet away.
My goodness.
Christian Yelich, a 3-run blast.
Heat of the game. Register and learn more at BajaBlastHomeruns.com. Subject to complete offer terms and restrictions. See site for details. Ends 9/26/2026 or when 500,000 redemptions have been reached, whichever occurs first.
It's Royce Lewis. He's the first baseman for the Twins. He has hit safely in 4 straight. Hit a deep drive to left center field, caught at the wall. by Church back in the second. Leahy deals over but low. A check swing, ball one, as our game goes to the bottom of the fifth inning. Target field in Minneapolis. The Cardinals scored 2 in the second inning to move ahead 3-1. That's our score right now. Leahy's next pitch, low for a ball. Leahy lasted 4 innings his last outing. That was a no decision a week ago against the Reds. 5 hits, 3 earned runs. He walked 2, struck out 1 through 79 pitches. Leahy's next pitch, waved at and missed. Threw him a nice slider.
Sure did. That's a great slider for a 2-0 count, and he let it go, too. He didn't kind of baby it. That's where you sometimes hang the slider, just trying to throw it for a strike.
The 2-1, outside a 3-1 count. Be close to everything at Hyatt Regency St. Louis at the Arch, just 3 blocks away from the stadium. Book their baseball package at HyattRegencySt.Louis.com. We have a station ID coming up here in a moment. It's Lewis, Caratini, and Lee are coming up for the Twins. The 3-1 pitch, swung on and a base hit to left field, and that might be more. Newbar hustles over, picks it, and a wide turn at first. Lewis will be satisfied with a long leadoff hit in the fifth. As we pause for that ID here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar. Caratini, a switch hitter, will bat left-handed, and he is grounded into 4 double plays. The pitch to him, and there's a ball lined toward the gap in right center field. That gets down. Church is chasing it, picks it on the warning track, and getting the stop sign at third base, Royce Lewis. Now the tying run is on second on the double by Caratini. Second and third, nobody out, and Brooks Lee is coming up.
Well, the Cardinals have not been able to add on, and now they're facing the tying run in scoring position with nobody out. That's how fast a game can turn.
The 5th double for Caratini as Lee comes to bat. Lee, a switch hitter, will bat left-handed. He fouled out down the left field line to Lars Nootbaar the first time up.
And with 2 runners in scoring position, the Cardinals obviously playing the infield back with nobody out.
The pitch, little bit high, ball 1. The third baseman is even with the grass, about 10 feet off the line, but the other infielders are indeed deep. The middle infielders back toward the edge of the grass, with Wynn playing up the middle. The pitch. There's a strike called. Leahy has given the Twins a run on 5 hits. The Twins lost Buxton at third base as he tried to stretch a leadoff double into a triple in the 4th inning. But the Twins have 2 on with nobody out. The pitch, that's taken a little bit low. Crooks does not challenge. 2-1. Had he challenged, he would have lost. Leahy working from the stretch with runners at second and third. The pitch. Inside, and that's picked out of the dirt. Brooks throws a new ball to the mound, and now Leahy is dropping behind hitters, and that has some people moving in the Cardinal bullpen. Leahy is in the second time around the lineup, running into some trouble here. The pitch. A swing and a high fly ball. Walker in short right center field is under it. Lewis tags at third. He comes down the line but puts on the brakes as the throw goes over Crooks. Backed up by Leahy where he should have been. And there are still runners at second and third with 1 out.
There was a lot of fun in that. Talking about people showing off their ability. Jordan just showed off his arm maybe a little bit too much as he airmailed that over the head of Crooks, who jumped to try to catch it. But it's Kyle Leahy standing in the right spot. We saw over the years a lot of pitchers neglect to, or have neglected to back up bases and be where they're supposed to be. You're supposed to be at least 20 feet behind the base that they're throwing to and be ready to catch it, and he was.
Here's Tristan Gray. Got a hit the first time up and takes ball 1 down and in as Leahy is working behind in the count here in the 5th inning. Second and third, 1 out. You figure give up a run this inning, limit the damage. Yep. That's not too bad. It's the Cardinals lead by 2. Gray has driven in 20 runs. The pitch, he takes it right down the middle, call a ball. No challenge. One ball and one strike.
Light rain starting to fall again, by the way. See it off to our right. Fans still in their seats.
The pitch, a half swing and a foul. Rogers is warming in the bullpen for the Twins. For Gray, 4 home runs, and to be exact, 26 RBIs through 116 at-bats. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Second and third, one out. Leahy's pitch. Ball just outside, 3-1. The counts are deep. And Leahy is kind of pitching uphill here in the 5th inning. But he's working with a 2-run lead. Caratini, the runner at second. Lewis over at third. The 3-1 pitch. Gray takes a strike. A full count on the left-handed batting shortstop, Tristan Gray. Started out with Tampa Bay and then Miami and Oakland in 24, back to Tampa Bay, and then Minnesota this year.
I thought he might challenge that. In fact, that may have been a tad low. So there's a break for the Cardinals that he didn't.
Adjusting the batting helmet, Gray, after the batter's timeout, is ready. 3-2, second and third, one out. The pitch. A bounding ball up the middle of the infield, and that is caught by Mason Wynn. That's going to save a run. A run scores. That's a hit for Gray, driving in the second run, and Minnesota's down by 1. But a great play, great range by Wynn, kept that from being a tie game.
Mason again showing off his skill set and why he's a Gold Glover. That was hit to by far to the right field, or the right
hit to the first base side of second.
Right side of second base, and yet he was able to dive in the outfield, and then he knew he had to take a deep angle to do that, to be able to get to it. He did, and as you mentioned, saved a run, and they were very alert on their side with their third base coach and the runner heading down to third, Caratini, not to just assume that ball was going to go into center.
Dusty Blake, he's out there talking with Kyle Leahy, trying to get him through the 5th inning, as Leahy now is trying to limit the damage to 1 and keep the lead. 3-2 in favor of the Cardinals. And it's Luke Keyshaw coming to bat. Keyshaw was called out on strikes. He was up with a man on in the 3rd inning.
So the pitch count is not a problem for Kyle Leahy, but the traffic is.
They had second and third, nobody out. Lee's fly ball was too shallow in the estimation of their third base coach to send the runner. Then an infield hit scored a run. The pitch, a swing and a high fly ball. Church comes in, shallow center field, tagging at third, Caratini, and he's not going to try to score as Church makes the good strong throw into the cutoff man Burleson. That fly ball was hit too shallow to score the tying run. Caratini goes back to third.
And again, I give credit to their third base coach, Ramon Borrego, because they always do their homework. Every coach in the big leagues does their homework, and they got 10 other people doing it with them, and so they all know the deal, but they know that Church can throw, and they know that Walker can throw. And so the Cardinals have been fortunate that both medium fly balls this inning have been to guys that have very good arms.
Larnach struck out in the 1st inning, grounded into a 3rd inning double play. He's up with runners at 1st and 3rd, 3-2 Cardinals. The pitch by Leahy, a swing and a foul out of play off to the left. Leahy's starting for the first time against the Twins in his career, and for Leahy, it is his 13th game, his 14th big league start. Leahy a no decision in relief last March 27th, so the Twins got a run against him in 2/3 of an inning. He worked an inning in 24, giving up a run. The pitch, down and in. Good backhand save by Crooks, who gets a new baseball.
Thinking about the last game we played, how Stu Sherwater was the home plate umpire, and he didn't like where the on-deck batter was standing. And Byron Buxton is at least 20 feet closer to home plate than whoever the Cardinal was. That Mason
Weatherhold, I think.
It was Mason Wynn, I think.
Oh, was it? I thought it was Weatherhold that he was moving back. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Threw the changeup and had Larnach out in front. And now it's Leahy ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 6th batter of the inning is Trevor Larnach. 0 for 2. 4 hits in his last 21 at-bats. 3 runs scored. Left-handed batter. Played his college ball at Oregon State. The tying run is Caratini at third. Go-ahead run, Gray at first. The pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Right down the middle. The fastball catches Larnach looking, leaving 2 on. We go to the 6th with the Cardinals.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
Good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody's going to take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it.
Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back?
Get back.
Okay, you can continue talking.
Right, and you're just going to hold on to it? Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, "Placata."
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for Miggy. Just saying.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com. Redbird Nation has found its home away from home at Margaritaville Lake Resort, Lake of the Ozarks. This lakeside getaway, nestled in the heart of central Missouri, delivers a Grand Slam vacation experience for every Cardinals fan. Watch the Cardinals game with fellow fans at Landshark Bar and Grill. Cruise the lake with rentals from our Port of Indecision Marina, or relax by our signature pools with that perfect lake view. The perfect blend of lake latitude and island attitude awaits. Visit Margaritaville Resort, Lake of the Ozarks.com to plan your escape today. Fins up.
Well, Joe Ryan is at 94 pitches, and he comes out to open up the 6th inning. He has a streak of pitching at least 6 innings in 6 straight starts. He's down by a run as Walker bounces the first pitch foul down the left field line. Jordan tonight has grounded out and struck out swinging as Jordan Walker is trying to extend his hitting streak to 9. He has hit over 400 during the 8-game streak with 15 hits, 2 of those home runs, and 9 RBIs. Walker takes a pitch outside that gets away from Victor Caratini. 1 ball and 1 strike. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 3 left on for the Cardinals, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 2 left on for Minnesota. As the Twins stranded 2 runners in the bottom of the 5th. Walker swings and taps that right back to Ryan. Ryan underhands to first. Lewis takes it in, 1 out. Walker is 0 for 3. Stiefel is stitched into the Cardinals' tradition and into the fabric of St. Louis. Proudly worn on every jersey, Stiefel is investing in excellence in our hometown and across the nation. Stiefel, where success meets success.
Mildly surprised that Ryan is still in this game after having close to 100 pitches through 5. But he is their horse. He is their number 1 guy. And I will be very hopeful that Kyle Leahy goes back out for the 6th inning. He hasn't done that very much. 3rd time through the lineup. I think at some point he's going to have to get a way to figure that out, how to be a guy that can go 3 times through the lineup. And his pitch count, I think, is low enough that he can do it.
Big bender of a breaking ball in for a strike to Lars Nootbaar. Nootbaar is 1 for 2, a single, a run scored. He lined out to center field to Buxton the last time up. Nootbaar takes a strike. 0-2. A sweeper and a splitter, and it's 0-2 on Nootbaar. On deck, Mason Wynn. 3-2 in favor of the Cardinals. The pitch. Nootbaar swings, striking out, missing the splitter. 8 strikeouts for Ryan. And he has retired 12 of the last 13 batters. Had a streak of 9 in a row stopped when Herrera got a 2-out hit in the 5th. Mason Wynn, a single, a run scored in the second inning. His run scored is the difference in the game. And Blaze Jordan, in his major league debut, drove that run in. That was his first major league at bat. Here's a strike into Mason Wynn, and Ryan, he's in cruise control right now.
He sure is.
101 pitches. He hasn't walked anybody and struck out 8. The right-hander's next offering. That's hit in the air, middle infield. The third baseman makes the call. Lee is under it, makes the catch near the mound. We go to the bottom of the 6th in Minneapolis, 3-2 Cardinals. The pitch. Mason Wynn hits it hard.
If you're feeling crabby, check out some of these wild and weird moments from around the league.
Since gonna tag out Bowers, who had the crab crawl back toward first base.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout?
Of course, catching it is one thing.
Whoa! Go through the 5-hole? Yeah, it sure did.
Now that's what you call really struggling.
Now let's see some animal instincts on display in the field.
Nico! Behind the back, what a play!
Get a load of this.
Say hey, Austin Martin right. He made an incredible catch.
And a liner caught by a leaping Bobby Witt Jr.
No question about that one.
Robles over, goes to a dive, and makes a tremendous catch.
Oh, I didn't give him a shot off the bat to come down to that baseball. Oh, highlight reel stuff from David Hamilton.
How about that?
Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Kyle Leahy deals a check swing and no swing on a first pitch sweeper outside, ball 1. Second place hitter Byron Buxton, a homer and a double. Buxton tried to stretch the double into a triple, was thrown out Nootbaar to win to Jordan at third. And there's a hot shot fair inside the third base bag down the left field line. The ball hits the sidewall, caroms to Nootbaar, and the throw will go to third as Buxton has his third extra base hit off Leahy. Well, this is the third time through the lineup for Leahy. That's part of his growing process as a starter.
Also, the third time he's had to face Buxton, who clearly is seeing the ball very well off of Leahy. That was not a good pitch. That was kind of a little bit of a lazy slider and hit it inside the bag. If Buxton would have been safe at third base, he'd be a single away from the cycle. Talking about his second at-bat.
Here's Cody Clemens, runner at second, the tying run, a pitch down and in from Leahy. In his first year as a full-time starter, Leahy has a 2.44 ERA in the first 4 innings, but he has a 13.09 ERA after the 4th inning. He's pitching in the 6th. Tying run at second. The pitch, outside, 2-0 on Cody Clemens. Well, this is a development year for the Cardinals, and this is part of that development with Kyle Leahy.
Sure is.
Making start number 13. The pitch. Low, 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, here's what you don't want to happen. The numbers that you just gave, and you and I have been talking about this the past couple of days, you don't want those numbers to be so thrown in his face all the time by all kinds of outside people and all of us talking about it that he starts to believe it. I mean, you want him to kind of feel like, no, give me the ball. I want to be out there.
The 3-0, a high strike called.
And he's that kind of guy, too. I mean, he is a high intensity.
But what we're saying is fact.
Yeah, it is a fact. There's no doubt.
It's up to him to change that.
That's right.
And that's what he's trying to do here. 3-1, nobody out, runner at second. The pitch to Clemens, a foul ball back, and that was a hanger of a fastball out over the plate. But he had enough zip on it where Clemens couldn't center it.
But finding the opportunity to at least have him feel it like you're talking about from a development standpoint. And I think you look for an opportunity, and with a low pitch count, seems like today's the day, and we'll see what happens.
A fly out to left, a ground out to second, the pitch. Clemens takes inside, he takes a walk, first and second, and nobody out. That's our first walk in the game. It comes with nobody out. 2 batters into the 6th inning. And Josh Bell up. Dangerous situation now for Leahy.
Needs a double play big time.
Bell is grounded into 4. Buxton leads away from second. Cody Clemens, a good lead at first. The pitch. Check swing, a strike over at the knees, and that's challenged by Bell.
It's a batter challenge.
The result, it's a ball.
Still got 2 left.
Barbie Game Day, June 25th, when the Cardinals face the Diamondbacks. Fans with a theme ticket will take home an exclusive Barbie and Cardinals sequin cap. Details at cardinals.com/theme. 2 on, nobody out, and the 1-0 pitch coming up for a left-handed batting Josh Bell. The pitch. He swings and fouls one back our way. Out of Jesuit High School in Dallas, Josh Bell.
2 right-handers getting loose for the Cardinals, George Soriano and Gordon Graceffo, backing up Leahy here in the 6th.
Leahy's next pitch. Bell swings and he hits a drive to right field. Walker back. The ball is off the wall. The game is tied as Buxton scores. Here comes the throw in, and they're going to hold the runner over at third, Clemens.
Church got a 7.5 on the distance, but it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked and that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
And even though you're dejected down 3, first pitch swinging. This ball's hit in the air to deep center field, and George Springer gets it over the wall for a home run. His extra base impact continues. 3rd home run of the postseason for Springer, and they've got 6. Fastball outer third up. He's ready for it.
The bubblegum blowing contest. It was fun. It was at a time when Topps included bubblegum in their baseball cards. And that was the gum we used. These are all my baseball cards. The Topps one is right there. It's developed into somewhat of a big nostalgic thing. And there are a lot of people that, that's one of their favorite baseball cards. It's kind of crazy.
Like yesterday in New York, the Cardinals had a lead after 2 innings, but didn't add on. Well, they had the lead at 3-1 after 2. Failed to add on. The Twins scored a 5th inning run, 1 so far in the 6th. Tie game, 2nd and 3rd, Soriano on. The pitch on the way, taken high for a ball by Royce Lewis. Clemens is the go-ahead run over at third base. Josh Bell, who just drove in a run, is standing on second. He walks off to a good lead. The infield plays in tight. Soriano could use a strikeout. The pitch. Foul ball back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And even though there's runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out, same situation earlier, except that it's a tie game, so the Cardinals have the infield in with runners at 2nd and 3rd.
Right-hander facing right-hander. Lewis singled and scored his last time up. The pitch on the way. There's a high fly ball, left center field. Church is under it. Tagging at third, Clemens. Church makes the catch. The throw goes to third, and the Twins have the lead. Clemens scores on the sacrifice fly by Lewis. The walk is turned into a run, and the run is charged to Leahy. limit the damage.
If the Cardinals can get out of this inning trailing by just 1 run, they're fortunate.
Caratini is on his way to the plate. Caratini doubled and was left at third base in the 5th inning. We're at the bottom of the 6th. Twins got a run in the 5th, 2 in the 6th inning to go up 4-3, out hitting the Cardinals 8-6. The pitch. The left-handed batter takes ball 1 outside from Soriano. The Twins have a little action going in their bullpen now. Left-hander Rogers was throwing earlier, and he's back up. So Ryan is finished. He has a lead. The pitch. A strike called. Ryan has 7 consecutive starts of pitching at least 6 innings, and the Twins have rewarded him for coming back out for the 6th.
And a quality start for him.
The 1-1 pitch by Soriano. Check swing, fastball high. No swing, 2-1 on Caratini. Caratini struck out swinging in the 2nd, doubled and was left at 3rd in the 5th. Josh Bell takes his lead at 2nd base, and time is called by Caratini. When the Cardinals bat in the 7th inning, we're looking at the lower 3rd of the order. Crooks, Blaze Jordan, and Nathan Church. 2 out of the 3 left-handed batters. That's why Rogers is getting ready. The pitch. A swing and a slowly hit ground ball to Weatherhold. The throw to first. Caratini is out. Bell advances to 3rd with 2 away. Brooks Lee is coming to the plate. Lee, a couple of fly balls, 1 foul down the left field line caught by Nootbaar. The other one to Jordan Walker, too shallow to score a run with runners at 2nd and 3rd back in the 5th. Bell is the runner at 3rd, and the Twins lead by 1. Soriano trying to limit the damage here. Now the pitch. A swing and a line drive left field. Nootbaar slides and makes the catch. And he'll replace his divot. No, maybe not. But he made a nice play out there, didn't he?
Will. His caddy will.
The Twins scored 2, and Ricky.
Freddie Peralta lasted just 4 2/3 innings against the Marlins. 94 pitches to get that far. Trying to get deeper today. Breaking ball strikes out Rodriguez for the first out.
Spun the slider down and away. Rodriguez fished for it.
And he strikes out Raley to end the inning. A couple of strikeouts for Peralta.
A pitch from Peralta. Swing and a miss. He got him. Climbed the ladder with a fastball. He strikes out Cole Emerson and strands a pair in the 4th inning.
Oh, what a shot by the big man.
It is out of here.
It is an absolute home run derby.
I've never seen anything like this. I have never seen a game like this in my life.
Swing and a miss.
8 strong for Logan Webb, and that's his 7th strikeout with nary a walk.
And a diving catch by Nathan Lucas.
A highlight reel play to send us to the bottom of the 5th.
Christopher Sanchez having another really strong day.
Well, that's some big-time pitching right there.
You ain't kidding.
That's 10 strikeouts for the 11th time in Sanchez's career.
Right back up the middle. Rocchio tags the bag, throws to first, they get out of it. What a double play! What a play by Rocchio! Diving at 2nd, as good as it gets.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Here we go at the top of the 7th inning. Jimmy Crooks leading it off, and the first pitch is outside ball 1 from Taylor Rogers, a left-hander. A couple of left-handers in their pen. Anthony Banda is the other one. We've seen, well, both these lefties a lot. They're both veterans. And the next pitch to Crooks is way outside, 2-0.
Small sample size, but Crooks is 1 for 3 against left-handed pitching since coming up from Memphis this year.
Well, we were debating whether Ollie would choose to bat a right-handed pinch hitter for Crooks here. And he's letting him hit, and so far so good. 3-0 the count on Crooks. The Cardinals are trailing 4-3 now as the Twins came up with 2 runs in the 6th inning off of Kyle Leahy. Good work by Soriano to keep it only at that. 3-0 pitch is a bit inside, ball 4, and they're challenging it.
Catcher challenge.
I thought that was inside. We'll see. The 3-0 pitch, the answer is it was a strike.
Still 2 left.
So the challenging has been very effective for both sides. He just caught it funny, I think, and that's why I thought it was a...
I think that's what sold it to Ayasanya, that it was a ball.
Agreed. Crooks asked for time.
And it is 9:27 Central.
There you go, Jimmy.
Almost ID time.
Crooks is lined out and flied out in this game, has a 3-1 count in his favor. Cardinals trailing by a run. The 3-1 pitch is outside, ball 4, and no challenge on that one. A leadoff walk. That's a great break for the Cardinals. So they don't go to the pinch hitter, and Crooks is able to reach via the walk. And it brings in Blaze Jordan, who's already had an impact on this game. Jordan with a base hit and an RBI. And we'll let you know at some point what number player he is in big league history. Making his debut today and takes a pitch low for a ball.
They probably don't have that listed quite yet.
Might not. Well, we've got 3 days to come up with that. And I've got 3 seconds to tell you that it's time to pause for station ID on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Very long conversation on the mound between Victor Caratini and Taylor Rogers, and Rogers was not happy with himself, I think, in that conversation, but he's working to Blaze Jordan, who's 1 for 2 as a big leaguer, hitting room on the right side, and he fouls that one off, and that may have caught the catcher Caratini, and it's a 1-1 count. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Cardinals and no errors, 4 runs on 8 hits, and an error for the Twins.
No, it's not listed yet.
Not yet? Well, we'll let them know when we know.
He'll be there tomorrow.
Orzi's getting loose for the Twins. A curveball way outside. That slipped out of his hand, it looks like. And the Cardinals may be finding themselves facing a reliever that doesn't have as good command here. At least not yet. The 2-1 delivery to Blaze Jordan. Here it comes. It's a swing and a foul. May have chased a pitch out of the zone. Would have been ball 3, but he's trying to poke that ball into right field. Rogers has only walked 7 batters in 23 innings. He has a 2-2 count on Jordan, runner at first base, and that pitch is low, ball 3. I say 7 walks, 8 now with the walk of Jimmy Crooks. And that's against 21 strikeouts. 4.78 ERA, and he's been busy. Game 31 for him. 3-2 pitch coming up, and it's hit foul over towards the Cardinals dugout, and that was a sweeper, and that might have been ball 4 too.
Well, here's Jordan, a guy who puts the ball in play a lot. He walked 19 times, striking out 29 while playing for Memphis and hitting .313. But by putting it in play, he's also a double play candidate, so
that he is.
Need to stay out of that.
3-2 pitch, here it comes. That's hammered foul again off the screen over where Pop Warner is in the third base coach's box, and beware when you're a coach in 2026. You have to stay in the box. You're closer to the action. Always have to be on the alert. Crooks takes his lead again. Another 3-2 pitch coming up to Jordan. And here it is, and that is a called strike 3. Well, he swung at the wrong pitches and took the he took the wrong one too. And that was a strikeout. Second time he has struck out as he surprised him with a fastball that was actually a ball. Had he challenged that, he would have won it. But too late to do that, and we are going to have a pinch hitter now for Nathan Church, and it'll be Nelson Velasquez. So Velasquez at-bats. And he has some power and power enough to change this game. Ted Drews starts with quality ingredients, fresh dairy, pure honey, and premium toppings, all blended to create the creamiest custard around. Ted Drews, unmatched quality, unforgettable taste.
Well, all of the RBIs so far for Velasquez have come against left-handed pitchers.
So Caratini wanted to explain Velasquez to the pitcher, and Caratini probably played with Velasquez with the Cubs, I would think. And maybe he has some inner secrets, although he probably would have told them already, making sure he remembers them. But that's another mound visit. Rain picking up just a little bit here. It's been a steady rain most of the game. Velasquez has power at the plate. The pitch to him is a breaking ball, strike one. That was a sweeper from Rogers. So a walk to Crooks, a strikeout of Jordan. So he didn't get the lefty and he got the righty. Now he's getting a righty, pinch hitting for Church. And the one-strike pitch is a swing and a miss. Velasquez a little tardy on that fastball up in the zone.
Got a pitch he wasn't looking for or a location he wasn't expecting.
One of the two.
2 homers, 6 RBIs against left-handed pitching.
Cardinals trailing by a run as they bat the top of the 7th inning. First game of 3 in Minneapolis. 0-2 the count on Velasquez. And the 0-2 pitch is fouled off to the right. That was a pretty good pitch to hit, 0-2.
Velasquez, 1 out of 3 as a pinch hitter.
The rain is definitely a factor for both player and pitcher, and I would think fielder also.
His home runs have come against Imanaga of the Cubs and Peterson of the Mets.
Another 0-2 pitch on its way, and that is swung on and missed. He actually hung the pitch. And Velasquez swung through it. 2 strikeouts for Rogers this inning. And that brings in J.J. Weatherholt. That was a sweeper that didn't do much. But Velasquez couldn't do much with it. Weatherholt has struck out, singled, and struck out again. He shows bunt and takes a pitch outside. Ball 1.
That got Lee's attention at third base, didn't it?
It sure did. Well, Weatherholt wouldn't mind getting a bunt hit here and bringing Herrera to the plate with a runner in scoring position. Next delivery is a called strike on the outside corner. Weatherholt has the power to change the game, too. He's got 9 homers, 28 RBIs, including his RBI in the 2nd inning here tonight. Outfield bunches him in the gaps. And the 1-1 pitch is a bit of a hanger, and that's high. That sweeper always looks like a hanger to me because it's a flat pitch. It kind of literally sweeps across the plate and doesn't really break down very much.
If the inning gets to Herrera, he'll face Orsi, the right-hander.
That he will. Taylor delivers a sweeper. That's inside. Same deal. It just kind of floats up there, and it came closer to hitting Weatherholt than it did to hitting the inside corner. 3-1 the count. And here comes the 3-1 delivery, and that's a high sweeper. Weatherholt is challenging that. He thinks that was high. The batters have been right most of the time so far. And one more time. It is a walk. Weatherholt was right. Boy, the batters looking through the raindrops have had a really good understanding of the strike zone on both sides. And here comes Derek Shelton. And we are going to have a pitching change. And this pitching change is brought to you by Missouri Farmers Care, feeding Cardinal fans across the nation. We'll be right back.
Breaking ball, skied to left. And this ball is going to, it hit a bird.
You believe that?
I've never seen that.
Well, I've heard of birdies in golf. That's the first birdie I've seen in baseball.
Santana's probably thinking a bird in hand. That's the first ew of the 1987 season.
They say it's a game of numbers. pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corrido entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
New pitcher for the Twins is right-hander Eric Orsi, who is from Elk Grove, Illinois, and he will face Ivan Herrera with 2 on and 2 out in the top of the 7th inning of a game the Cardinals trail by 1. Orsi, the right-hander, delivers to Herrera, and that's outside ball 1, the sweeper. Orsi has pitched with the Yankees and with Tampa Bay in his career, and he is a 28-year-old right-hander. He's on the spot here, and the pitch to Herrera is low, 2-0. Walks have hurt the Twins in this inning. They've walked 2 guys already, and it's a 2-0 count with Burleson on deck. So when the right-hander comes in to pitch to a right-hander, the idea is you got to get him because Burleson's to follow.
The 29th of May, that's the last home run against the Cubs off the bat of Herrera.
The 2-0 delivery is grounded up the middle, and it's knocked down by the shortstop. He flips to second, and not in time to get Weatherholt, but again, a shortstop saving a run. That was Gray making the play on the dive, which keeps Crooks from scoring on that play. An infield hit for Herrera. The Cardinals not done yet, but oh so close to tying this game. That was an outstanding play by Gray. Mason Wynn did it earlier. Very similar plays. In fact, he almost got an out from it. Good thing that Weatherholt was alert at the bag, so now it's Burley batting. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Orsi, first pitch is low, ball 1.
Burleson has 14 RBIs during his 12-game hitting streak.
Golden opportunity for the Cardinals to strike here in the 7th. The pitch to Burleson is high, 2-0. A lot of pitches out of the zone in this inning. And if Herrera would have had 1 more egg for breakfast today, he might have been able to drive that up the middle and get a RBI. But great play by their shortstop. Here comes the 2-0 delivery, and that's inside, not even close, 3-0.
Wow, almost hit the left foot of Burleson.
And he would have been fine with that. Orsi was kind of pawing at the dirt where he landed. He's not comfortable. Oh, you got to take a pitch here, don't you?
I think so.
I think Burley will. Tying run is at third base. Burleson at the plate. A 3-0 delivery. Here it comes, and it's way high, ball 4. And the Cardinals have tied it. 3 walks in the inning, and we're now tied at 4. An RBI for Burleson, his 50th of the year. And that's going to bring their pitching coach out, and that's Pete Mackey.
And Orsi has to face a third batter out of the bullpen, and that batter is Jordan Walker.
He just does not look comfortable right now, does he? And I don't think Jordan Walker is going to make him feel any more comfortable. Walker batting now in a tie game.
And Weatherholt belongs to reliever Taylor Rogers. So that has to be deflating for the Twins to
sure does.
Get the lead, run in the 5th, 2 in the 6th to move in front of the Cardinals. But the Cardinals have come back. They've taken advantage of the Twins' generosity with 3 walks in the inning and an infield hit for Ivan Herrera to put that tying run on the board and look for the go-ahead run or runs.
And here is Jordan Walker. He's ready to go. The bases are loaded. Walker is 0 for 3 in this game. Orsi, first pitch is a called strike one.
I'm not so sure about that one.
And some mock cheers from his home crowd here. 4-4, top of the 7th inning. Walker stands in. The pitch to him is outside, 1-1. The book is officially closed on Kyle Leahy.
So is your sunglasses case.
He's off the hook now. 5 innings, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Walker, the pitch, swing, and a foul back. Oh, man, he had a good pitch to hit there.
And pitch 1 was in the strike zone. So get ready for the batter's timeout.
I think it's coming. In about 3 seconds. We've got a 1-2 count on Walker, and here's the timeout. Might have been a little less than 3 seconds. I believe the rain, well, nope, it's still coming. Only lightly now. Players have been battling that the entire game.
Walker looking to extend an 8-game hitting streak here and put the Cardinals on top.
Good game going on. 4-4 the score. Walker bases loaded. And the 1-2 pitch to Walker is fouled back. He went down to get that and foul it straight back. And Lars Nootbaar due next. Interesting that Orsi is having a little less problem throwing Walker strikes. First couple of batters, not so much. Infield hit to Herrera after getting behind him, and then a 4-pitch walk to Burleson to tie the game. 1-2 the count. The pitch to Walker. Swing and a line drive base hit down the left field line. 1 run scores. Here comes another, and they're going to send Burleson. The throw to the plate is not in time. He's under the tag. Unbelievable. Jordan Walker delivers a 3-run double. Burley just got in under the tag. A terrific decision by Pop Warner, and the Cardinals lead 7-4.
Pop saw Trevor Larnach having difficulty picking up the ball on the warning track and just kept waving Burley around. Here's the 8th man to bat in the inning now, Lars Nootbaar.
What a great decision by Pop.
Wow, incredible. I smell the coffee brewing, too.
With Nootbaar at the plate, Walker takes his lead, and there's a strike one. Tell me about that coffee.
Well, the Cardinals have passed 6 runs. They lead 7-4, and that means you score 60-cent drinks tomorrow at On the Run.
How about that Jordan Walker coming through again? The pitch to Lars Nootbaar is hit down the left field line, but that's slicing foul. That'll be a souvenir. This feels like the Cardinals, doesn't it?
It does. Get a snag in the game, but bounce right back and take advantage of everything the opponent wants to give you, like the 3 walks in the inning. 2 of the runs charged to Rogers.
Nootbaar is 1 for 3 in this game. Struck out his last time, but singled his first time. And he takes that delivery low, 1-2 on Lars.
Well, you know how I love 2-out RBIs.
Oh, man, how about when you get 3 with 1 swing?
And you have 4 this inning.
So 3 RBIs for Walker puts him at 55 RBIs, and Burleson's at 50. This is amazing, the production of those 2. The pitch to Nootbaar is a called strike 3 as he got the top of the zone. Nootbaar is out, but the Cardinals strike in the 7th inning. A 4-run inning, and we're off to the 7th inning stretch, sponsored by Spectrum, built for big moments here for St. Louis. 7-4 Cardinals.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It's just as hard to hit homers in this ballpark.
There's a drive. I don't care how big the park is. This one is gone. Touch 'em all time. His first Major League home run, T.J. Rumfield. First homer of the year for the Rockies. They take a 1-0 lead.
Roof open, roof closed. That would not have mattered. That sounded like a cannon coming off of the bat. Good for him.
Missouri is talking about getting kids off screens in the classroom. If your school is thinking about what that means for learning, here's something worth knowing. Sumner One can help you convert your black and white curriculum materials to full color at costs that actually fit a district budget. Color workbooks, color learning packets, color that holds a child's attention for the same price per page that schools are already paying for black and white. Sumner One. Learn more at sumner1.com/color for schools.
Gordon Gracefo has the bottom of the 7th inning. The Cardinals took the lead. 1 pitch, 1 out as he gets a ground ball to Weatherholt. And Tristan Gray grounds out, and he's out for the first time today. A hit, and a walk for him. 7th inning stretch, by the way, was presented by Spectrum. It's internet, mobile, and streaming TV, all from one place.
Felt good to stretch after that 4-run inning for the Cardinals in the top half of the 7th, and Walker, well, he picked a big moment to extend his hitting streak to 9, didn't he?
Yeah, there are good stretches and there are bad stretches, but when you have a 4-run inning,
good stretch.
It feels great. No, it really does. So
just anticipating going ice fishing with you, but then the temperature went back up.
We'll do that next time we come to Minneapolis. 7-4 Cardinals. Gracefo misses low. So the pitcher of record right now on the positive side is George Soriano.
He limited the damage. Did exactly what you said he needed to do in that situation.
And he has earned that right to maybe be the positive pitcher, but there's still a lot of outs left to get. Gracefo has the job now and delivers a strike and another challenge.
Another challenge here.
This is Luke Kershaw. He thought that pitch was inside, and the answer is
a strike.
He was wrong. That's the first time a player's been wrong today.
One left.
One left. I like the way man.
That's all you got to say. You know what? That's pretty bottom line.
One left.
I like it. 1-1 the count now to Kershaw. Here comes the pitch, and that's low. He spells his name Keschall. Luke Kershaw.
Well, the umpire could say, told you.
He could. That might happen someday. We might get a testy umpire to a particular player. You never know. The 2-1 delivery is a little bit outside. 3-1 the count with Trevor Larnach on deck. Just about 10 feet away from where Jimmy Crooks is giving Gracefo the sign. He's very close to the plate. The 3-1 delivery is in the dirt, ball 4. And you don't want
not
that.
Good after just reclaiming the lead.
That is an invitation indeed, and back to the top of the order. And I will give I'm not picking on the Twins here because it's just really the way the ballpark is designed here. The dugouts are so close to home plate. They go almost behind home plate in a way, the end of the dugouts. And where the batting circle is, it literally is not that far from home.
I think that's been designed by hitters.
I would agree with you. I have an attendance guess. Now, I haven't been at this ballpark a lot in my life, but I still got a good guess.
I thought I heard one.
Well, you'll hear it now.
Coming.
You were thinking ahead. There's a fly ball hit well to center field. Going to stay in the ballpark. And getting under it is Fermin, who's now in the game to play center. And that was
he got back there well.
Easy play for him, but he made it look even easier. In a game brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser and enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. Amazing how when Jennifer and Chris Gray are at the ballpark, you just get a lot of runs when they come up to visit us, John. It just seems to happen, doesn't it?
Well, where were they yesterday in New York?
Good point. They were on their way here. Ball's in the dirt, and it gets away from Crooks. He doesn't know where it is, and advancing to second base.
He tried to backhand that, didn't get his body in front of it.
So Keyshaw advances to second, and that'll go as a wild pitch.
You're right.
I don't even have to guess that anymore. That's easier than the attendance. Buxton at the plate. He could make this a closer game. He is having quite the day, and he takes a strike from Graceffo. He has homered, doubled, and on his double in the fourth inning, he was thrown out at third by a whisker.
And one of the finest plays we have seen this season.
Terrific. And he was fun to watch run, too. Then he doubled the next time. So he was really just an eyelash away from being a single away from the cycle. And there's a strike delivered and another challenge. And I think he's going to be wrong in this one.
The batter challenge.
We'll see.
If he is, the Twins will be out.
And it is a ball. He's right.
Still have one left.
So the call was overturned. We've had several overturned in this game. And it's a 2-1 count. 7-4 St. Louis. We are in the bottom of the seventh inning at Target Field. Rain still falling. Graceffo in the game for the Cardinals. He's their third pitcher. Next pitch, a swing and a miss. Really nice slider from Gordon. Everybody calls him Gigi. I just don't know him as Gigi yet, but maybe at some point I'll call him that. Very likable guy and a competitor for sure. The 2-2 delivery is a check swing. Did he go? No. He was able to hold up his swing on a ball in the dirt. So he's earned one more pitch.
Thought the Cardinals had him for a moment.
Runner at second base. Buxton is 3 for 3 in this game and has a 3-2 pitch coming. And now he walks on a pitch in the dirt. He's been on base all 4 times. And
Walks got the Twins into trouble.
And out comes Oliver Marmol, and he's going to go to his pen.
Stanek.
One more time here in the bottom of the seventh inning. This pitching change is brought to you by Goodwill. Give hope, give local, give Goodwill. We'll be right back.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Homered in the first, his third leadoff home run in the postseason. Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! Wow! Up and over the roof! A majestic blast! Ohtani dropped jaws everywhere! And it's 4-0 Dodgers!
117 off the bat, 469 feet. He is the first Dodger to ever have 2 home run games in the same postseason.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Strike one delivered by Ryan Stanek at 96 miles an hour on the outside corner, and he's on the hot seat now. 2 walks have invited the Twins back into this game. They're the responsibility of Graceffo. Stanek, the veteran right-hander, throws the splitter, and that misses low. 1-1 to Cody Clemens. Stanek has been very good of late. When I say of late, I'm talking weeks now. And he's got a tough spot here. Most of the time he starts an inning, but he's called upon here with the tying run at the plate. The pitch is hit high and deep to right field. Walker's moving back, and it's gone, and we've got a tie game. The splitter right in the middle of the plate, a 3-run home run, and we are now tied at 7. And walks hurt the Twins in the top half of the inning, and they're crushing to the Cardinals here in the bottom half. Cody Clemens with his 10th home run of the year, and we've got more baseball ahead tonight. That one just snuck over the wall in right center. There's an overhang there, and it got over that wall, and it was just far enough. The next delivery is high for a ball to Josh Bell.
The walks have been costly for both teams.
Sure have. The 1-0 pitch is a check swing and a foul, and that's over by the Cardinals dugout. So the two runs will be charged to Gordon Graceffo, who's had a microscopic ERA, but he didn't get away with the runners on base that time. The 1-1 pitch to Bell is fouled off, 1-2. The Cardinals will have Wynn, Crooks, and Jordan to bat in the 8th inning. Next delivery from Stanek is taken low.
And that's Blaze Jordan.
So now Leahy was off the hook, then Soriano was on the hook for the win, but no longer, as the sinking fastball misses low and away, and Crooks is challenging that.
Catcher challenge.
I think it was outside.
Well, we'll find out. Crooks challenges it, and it is outside.
One left.
So the Cardinals,
each one.
Cardinals have one, the Twins have one. That's right. So a mistake by Stanek. See if the Cardinals can overcome that. 7-7 our score. The pitch is grounded towards the left side. Jordan has it on 2 hops. His throw is right on the money. That's the first ground ball we've seen hit to him, and he handles it flawlessly. And the Twins are retired, but not before a walk, and a big fly that has tied the game. We go.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time. It is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Fly ball in foul territory. Mike Felder was there, but could not hold on to the ball. Like he had it.
There's the ball there. And then that ball comes out of somebody's glove in the stands.
See, he thought the ball at his feet
was the ball in play.
Was the ball in play. He did, and he slapped his own glove thinking he had missed the catch when in essence he had it.
That is weird. That is a very weird play, and I don't ever want to see it again.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
It's Yoendris Gomez, a right-hander, facing Mason Wynn as we play in the 8th of a 7-7 game, and the first pitch is taken for a strike just over at the knees. Gomez works from the middle of the pitching rubber. His next offering, a high fastball. He's 26 years old, from Venezuela. He has pitched with the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the White Sox last year, Tampa Bay and Minnesota this year. His pitch, and that's hit in the air. Short center field, backing up the second baseman, and the catch is made by Keishol. Wynn pops out as we pause for an ID here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar. Jimmy Crooks bats. He got the Cardinal rally started in the 7th inning with a walk and takes a strike here from Gomez. Through 17 games, a 1.20 ERA for Gomez. 0-0 his record. 15 1/3 innings now. 8 hits, 2 earned runs. He has walked 7, striking out 19. The pitch high, a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Crooks hit a home run in New York yesterday, his second major league home run. He hit his first in Cincinnati last season. Now the Oklahoma Sooner baseball program, Jimmy Crooks. The pitch to him, a swing and a smash up the middle, and that's on through. Gray, the shortstop, kind of waved his glove at the ball, but that was smoked for Crooks' first hit in 3 official at-bats tonight.
That was 100 miles an hour off the bat and had a good first hop to it and just jumped right over the glove of Gray into center field. So Jordan Walker had the big hit in the top of the inning, and Cody Clemens the big hit in the bottom half of the inning.
And now Blaze Jordan, who had a big hit to drive in the Cardinals' second run in the second inning to make it a 3-1 score. His first major league at bat, he got a hit and a run batted in. He has struck out the next 2 times. Gomez with the pitch. A foul ball out of play, upper deck off to the right with a healthy swing by Blaze Jordan. From the first pitch of the season to the last pitch in October, Bet365 is now the official mobile sports betting partner of your St. Louis Cardinals. 7-7, we're in the 8th. The pitch by Gomez, a swing and a miss. They don't have to wait long for Gomez. 96-mile-an-hour fastball past Blaze Jordan. Bonda, left-hander, warms up in the bullpen for the Minnesota Twins. From the stretch, a look to first. The 2-strike pitch here. Blaze Jordan takes outside and it gets by the catcher, Caratini. Down to second, the go-ahead run, Jimmy Crooks.
Boy, that's a break. Now the Cardinals just need a single from Jordan to retake the lead. And it is Fermin, by the way, who's in the 9th spot now. After Velasquez pinch hit for Church, Fermin took over in center field. And he's in the on-deck circle.
And we're going to have a pinch runner. It's going to be Brian Torres to run for Crooks at second base.
Just about to say the Cardinals have 2 more bullets they could use, Pedro Pajes and Brian Torres, but I think both of them were just used.
Torres takes a lead away from second base. The 1-2 pitch here for Blaze Jordan. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. Crooks got on with a hit, moved up on a wild pitch. Now Torres runs for him at second. From the stretch, the pitch. And there's a foul off Blaze Jordan's left foot.
So by the end of this, whatever happens, it'll be a team effort one way or the other. You're going to see every Cardinal bench player, and we've already seen a few relievers, and we've got to have to see more. I would guess Stanek's still in this game, by the way.
Yoendris Gomez on the mound for the Minnesota Twins in a 7-7 game. From the stretch, a long pause. Now the pitch. A swing and a ground ball, right field, base hit. Here comes Torres around third. He's going to get the stop sign. Playing shallow, Clemens got to the ball in a hurry. The Cardinals have runners at first and third as Blaze Jordan in his Major League debut is 2 for 4.
Great at bat for Jordan. Took the ball the other way, and another very good decision by Pop Warner because he'd have been out at home. And there's no doubt. They were playing shallow in right field, shallow enough that they could come up with the ball, and he charged it hard. Clemens did, and of course he's pretty pumped up. He just hit a 3-run homer. And he threw a bullet to the plate as well. And now it's going to be up to Fermin with runners at first and third and 1 out. And Caratini steps in front of home plate to give some defensive signals to the rest of the fielders. And here we go.
Fermin has hit safely in 5 straight, going 8 for his last 18. Big spot here. The infield playing in. From the stretch, the pitch. Fermin takes low, ball 1. The Cardinals got Fermin from the Cleveland Guardians. He has been a good, versatile utility player. With runners at first and third. A pitch in for a strike. It's 1-1 on the 27-year-old from the Dominican Republic.
You have a rookie catcher getting a base hit. You have a guy in his Major League debut getting a base hit. You've got a rookie pinch running, and you've got a guy who was a AAA All-Star at the plate last year in Fermin.
Fermin batting at .261. He has 11 RBIs. A swing and a ground ball. Diving play by the shortstop who can't get the ball out of his glove. Everybody's safe. Gray couldn't get the ball out of his glove, and Fermin was able to put the ball in play and give the Cardinals an 8-7 lead in the 8th. Gray was thinking double play there.
He had to dive to make the play. Yes, he was trying to maybe go a little bit too fast with that. I'm not sure how they're going to score that. I mean, it's an RBI regardless for Fermin, and the Cardinals have the lead, so it doesn't matter. But even more importantly, everybody's safe.
And we're going to have a pitching change. This is brought to you by Missouri Farmers Care. We'll be right back.
Liner to right field. Nishida gets there in time. It is caught. Take it back, Sterling Thompson.
Grounded right side. Nunez over to get it in the hole. What a play to get the lead runner.
Here comes Owen Casey coming on into a slide. He's got it. Pulled out to third. A diving stop to his right by Riley. Quick onto his feet. Throws over for the out.
Emo fighting the sun, racing in, dives, rolls, and makes the catch.
Blott racing back. Still going back. Makes the catch. Hit that ball hard. Loop down to right. Suzuki sliding. And he made the grab. What a catch.
Toward the foul line, Nimmo coming on, and he makes another sliding catch.
Oh, bareheaded by Turner, and Turner is able to throw out a very speedy runner. Liner caught by Rengifo. He went as high as he could and brought it down.
Down the right field line, 3 Rangers converging.
What a play by Freeman. Did he hold on? He did.
You're going to see this one on the highlights.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
32-year-old Anthony Banda, seated with Arizona, Tampa Bay, the New York Mets, a lot with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then Toronto, the Yankees, Washington, the Dodgers, and now Minnesota.
Did you miss anybody?
Have lefty, will travel. He's facing J.J. Weatherholt, 1 out, runners at first and second base. A look to second by Banda, the pitch. Weatherholt takes a breaking ball outside.
my list of all the young people that have contributed to this inning already.
Well, Torres came on as a pinch runner, and he scored the go-ahead run.
And now you've got a rookie at the plate, by the way. We're used to seeing him, but he's still a rookie.
Weatherholt has been on twice with a single, a walk, a run scored, an RBI, and he takes a hook for a strike.
And he's going to challenge that.
The batter challenge.
He thought it was high. The Cardinals have one challenge remaining. They still have one remaining. It was high. Weatherholt has had 2 successful challenges tonight. He challenged and walked in the 7th inning. 1-0 with a 4.66 ERA for Banda and 32 games for the Twins. Pitching with 2 on. The 2-0 pitch. Weatherholt fouls that right at the feet of Caratini. 2-1. Weatherholt with the RBI has 28 in his rookie year. He has 7 doubles and 9 home runs.
I would think, I don't know, but I would think JoJo Romero is probably unavailable today. He's pitched 2 days in a row against the Mets.
The runners lead at first and second. Banda takes his time. Now the pitch. Weatherholt swings and loops it down the left field line. That's a hit. Getting a late break. Blaze Jordan has to stop at third. On top of that one, Larnach holds the runner at third. The bases are loaded for Ivan Herrera, who has just feasted in his professional career, minor leagues, major leagues, against left-handed pitching.
J.J. Weatherholt has a knack for getting hits and a knack for getting on base beyond that, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, good understanding of the strike zone. He worked the count in his favor with a good challenge even, and then he didn't hit that ball hard, but he just has a knack for finding holes.
Ivan Herrera has 2 RBIs by way of sacrifice flies. He can punch a hole in this game right here, right now. Banda's pitch, a swing, and there's a pop-up. That's going to be an infield fly rule with the second baseman making the catch. Keyshaw puts it away, and Herrera is on his way back to the dugout. He couldn't hit the ball deep enough. It's up to Alec Burleson.
He got a pitch to his liking. He just didn't get it. He didn't hit it. And, you know, I know a lot of folks don't like first ball swinging, but for Herrera, you know, I trust him to know what pitches to swing at and what not to. He's just a terrific hitter, but just didn't come up with that one. 2
RBIs tonight for Burleson. He got one with a bases loaded walk and takes a sweeper outside, ball 1. Over at third base, Blaze Jordan. Jose Fermin, I should say, is at second base, and it's J.J. Weatherholt. Jose Fermin drove in the go-ahead run. A swing and a foul back, and a good swing by Burleson. It's 1-1.
To make it a little more confusing, there was a Felix
Fermin,
and there was also a Felix Jose. So just to confuse you even more on that one.
But this is Jose Fermin, the Cardinal runner at second. Weatherholt is at first with a big lead. Honda from the stretch. The 1-1 for Burleson. Alec swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the slider, and it's a 1-2 count. Burleson homered in the first inning, extending his hitting streak to 12, homering in his 4th consecutive game. He has 5 home runs during the 12-game streak. Then he walked in between 2 strikeouts. Banda has him 1-2. The runners lead all the way around. Now the pitch. Burleson swings and hits this one in the air. Under it, the center fielder, Buxton. He makes the catch, and that fly ball came 1 out too late. The Cardinals left the bases loaded, but they took the lead.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm going to get a nice heavy glizzy. You got to have chili on there. You got to have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you got to have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You got to have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Somebody probably wants to hear about an Oral Hershiser card, and this is an odd one. Because how many times do you see somebody placing sod at an AstroTurf field in Pittsburgh? I asked the groundskeeper at Dodger Stadium to cut me out some turf. and we traveled with our grass. So that momentum, that vibe from Dodger Stadium, and we started to win on the road. So the nickname, the Sod Squad.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Here's a long drive to left field, and that ball is out of here, tying the game. Royce Lewis on the first pitch thrown by Stanek in the bottom of the eighth ties the game at 8. Stanek has faced 3 batters, giving up a 3-run shot to Cody Clemens that tied the game at 7 in the 7th inning, and just gave up a game-tying home run to Lewis in the 8th. Unreal.
Boy, that didn't take long, did it? First pitch he saw, first pitch of the inning. And Lewis has been hot lately. A 2-hit game for him, and that was another dagger. And that was a no-doubter, too. That ball was hammered.
Now it's Caratini, Lee, and Gray coming up. The third baseman, Blaze Jordan, plays off the line like a shortstop, with Caratini up there batting left-handed. He's 1 out of 3 at double. Caratini takes strike 1. And that's being challenged by Caratini. It is just low. The Twins have 1 left. 1-0 on Caratini. Lightning just struck here on a home run by Lewis. The pitch. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
And the Cardinals not adding a bigger inning in the top half of this inning. They got a run, but had a chance for more. And it didn't take long for the Twins to just tie the game for the second time.
The pitch. Ground ball right side. Diving play. Weatherholt to his feet. From his knees. He throws out Caratini. Wow. Weatherholt was sliding and took a big divot in short right field. Tried to get to his feet, but settled to his knees and threw out Caratini.
We've seen some great defensive plays in this game. Mason Wynn made 1. Weatherholt made 1. Gray made 1. And Mason Wade made 2. He threw a ball at third and caught a ball up the middle. I mean, it's been a great game. Really has been interesting.
Brooks Lee, a foul ball off the screen in front of the Twins dugout. Nice play at first by Adam Beck, the umpire. Visit Miller Furniture at one of their 4 locations in the Metro East and St. Louis, Fairview Heights, Belleville, Illinois, Lake St. Louis, or Ellisville, Missouri. You can also shop online at millerfurniture.com. There's a ball that's hit down the left field line. That's going foul out of play off the bat of Brooks Lee. That's millerfurniture.com, M-U-E-L-L-E-R, furniture.
So the Cardinals are out of players on their bench, and they don't have very many players left in their bullpen either that would be available.
Roycroft was called up today to take Hunter Dobbins' spot. The pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, a run in on a monster of a home run by Royce Lewis. Buxton, Clemens, and Lewis have homered tonight for the Twins. The pitch, Stanek misses the outside corner. 2-2 on Brooks Lee. Wynn plays up the middle at shortstop. Stanek out of the stretch with nobody on, one out. The pitch is popped up. That's going foul, out of play. Brooks lead tonight. 3 fly ball outs. In fact, he had a line drive, a sliding catch. Nootbaar made the play, ending the 6th inning. Here's the pitch by Stanek. A swing and a long one to right field. That is out of here, and the Twins lead 9-8. The 3rd home run given up by Stanek in 5 batters. Tristan Gray is coming up. That was a pitch that was above the knees, and for a left-handed batter, right in the swing path.
He's made mistakes and he's paid for them.
He has paid dearly. Here's Tristan Gray, a left-handed batter, 2 out of 3 with an RBI tonight. He swings and bounces it toward third. That's played by Blaze Jordan, who throws him out. When asking Oliver Marmol what he expects out of Jordan or anybody playing third base for the Cardinals, he said, make the plays,
make the plays. That's
on
right.
The balls hit to you.
Exactly.
And that's what Jordan has done a couple of times tonight. There's Keyshaw batting with 2 outs. Home run, ground out, home run, ground out this inning.
So the home runs against Stanek, one was on a fastball, one was on a slider, and one was on a splitter. So really just not sharp with all of his pitches.
Here's a foul ball. It's out of play down the right field line as Keyshaw had a really good swing at that.
You have days like that, and unfortunately, he's having a day like that when he's kind of the last man standing in a way in terms of the normal A relievers for the Cardinals, innings 7 through 9.
Well, what do the Cardinals have planned to come back in this one in the 9th inning? They'll have Walker, Nootbaar, and Wynn coming up. Now the pitch, a foul ball back to the screen. 2 strikes to count on Luke Keyshaw. Morris is warming up in the bullpen for the Twins. The pitch by Stanek. A swing and a miss. The ball is scooped out of the dirt by Pages. He throws to first, strikeout 2-3, but the damage has been done. 2 home runs. Lewis to tie it, Lee to give the Twins the lead. Now it's a do-or-die 9th for the Cardinals with the Twins up 9-8.
Pitch. A drive. Deep center field. It is out of here. What a bomb from William Contreras on 3-0. My, oh my. 463 feet to dead center.
Sir William Contreras. Lightning bolts coming from the bat. We've seen him swing 3-0 before, but nothing to this.
Went down to the knee.
Goes to a knee.
And he knew it.
Unbelievable.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Missouri. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Andrew Morris comes on trying to save this game for Anthony Banda. Banda, 2/3 of the 8th inning, 1 hit. And he left the bases loaded. The leadoff batter's Jordan Walker. Walker takes a strike on the outside corner.
New second baseman is Orlando Arcia, the veteran. He takes over for Keyshaw. And some switching in the outfield, too. Clemens has moved from right to left.
Now the pitch. Walker takes upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike.
So out of the game is Larnach with Clemens playing right field now. And the new right fielder, or left field, the new right fielder is Austin Martin.
The pitch, a little tap up the first base side, and Morris gets to it, underhanding to first, 1 out. Walker is out. The Cardinals are down 9-8. 3 home runs allowed tonight by Ryan Stanek. Stanek came on, and he pitched to get the last out of the 7th after giving up a 3-run homer, and then gave up 2 home runs in working the 8th inning. He's on the downside, Banda on the upside. Lars Nootbaar the batter. The Cardinals need 1 to tie this. The pitch. Nootbaar takes strike 1. Arcia plays a deep second base, right at the edge of the outfield grass for the left-handed batting Lars Nootbaar. Nootbaar swings, and he misses, and now he's in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes, with Mason Wynn on deck.
Andrew Morris played collegiately at Colorado Mesa University, which is where the Cardinals starter, Kyle Leahy, played.
The 2-strike pitch. Check swing, outside, no swing. Back and forth game, and the Twins, they started scoring with a run in the 5th and did not let up. A run in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, and lead 9-8. Even though the Cardinals about hit them 12-11 tonight. 1-2 on Lars Nootbaar, trying to get on base. The pitch. He rolls it to the first baseman. That's an easy play. Lewis steps on the bag. The Cardinals are down to their last out. Tap out Walker. Ground out Nootbaar. Mason Wynn singled and scored in the 2nd inning. Since then, a pop out, pop out, pop out. The 1st, 3rd, and 2nd. Wynn has 2 home runs. 25 runs batted in. The Cardinals are down to their last out. The Twins fans are standing here at Target Field. The pitch. Wynn takes a pitch low, 1-0.
Cardinals have already had some magic in this game. Do they have any more left?
Well, they're down to their last out. Morris with the pitch. A swing and a ground ball to the shortstop. Gray has it and throws out Wynn. And the Twins came back to beat the Cardinals 9-8. Ricky and I will talk about it after this.
Do you know that by donating your gently used items to Goodwill, you're not only giving those items a new life, but you're helping people right here in your community enrich their lives with meaningful work. Your donations support Goodwill's mission of helping people with barriers to employment to be able to get rewarding jobs which provide not only a paycheck, but a very important sense of purpose. Your donations really do change lives. Give hope, give local, give Goodwill.
Yo, it's Jay Uso from WWE, and I'm Jimmy Uso. Chumba Casino and WWE are hyped for the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam. I know, I can't wait. There's nothing better to do while we're waiting than playing Chumba Casino. Sign up today and you could win a VIP experience with Chumba Casino.
The Cubs are on fire and have turned 1060 West Addison Street, aka Wrigley Field, into the hottest address in baseball. This week, the Cubbies flew the W for the 15th straight time, their longest home winning streak since 08. And they're winning in dramatic fashion.
Dansby's gonna score! against Cincinnati.
At the center of it all is Nico Horner, flat out playing like the best second baseman in baseball. Shota Imanaga has been one of the game's best on the hill with a sub-2.5 ERA. With PCA doing PCA things in the field and a solid bullpen, this Cubs team looks built for the long haul. The NL Central has been baseball's toughest division. Will the Cubbies' home field advantage be the difference in the chase for the division crown?
Problem now down the left field line is one of the carts looks like it ran out of gas. This is something out of Keystone Cops right here.
Michael Lorenzen might be in the market for a new glove. Chuck that one in the trash can.
Dropped it on the grass as the pitch was coming. I figure nobody's out here to take it away.
Whoops. The bat even goes farther as a torpedo when it's thrown into the stands. Look at this.
How do you like that? Have you ever seen that before? It just disappeared.
I thought it might have been a home run.
Bean is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. High fly ball, right field on its way. Forget it. Out of here. Woo! Ian Happ will touch a ball. His 14th. That was crushed. 6-3.
And that ball, 108, one off the bat, almost leaves the building.
446. And that one was ticketed for Sheffield.
Ryan Stanek had a bad day, and he's had several good days lately, but it was a bad day today, and he picks up his first loss as a Cardinal.
9-8 for the Twins over the Cardinals. The Cardinals, who had won 6 in a row, have now dropped their last 2, and they'll have a left-hander, Matthew Liberatore, trying to end that losing skid tomorrow.
Yeah, and it'll be up to Libby to kind of have a solid game and kind of grab back the momentum. The Cardinals certainly had the momentum a couple of different times in this game. I did think that the time, the inning where they had the bases loaded and they were only able to get the 1 run. Now, they were good with runners in scoring position in this game, but it was a miss in the 8th inning with the bases loaded and 1 out.
The Cardinals went 7 for 14 with runners in scoring position, left 7 on, but 3 of those in the 8th inning. You go 7 for 14, score 8 runs, you should win the game.
You should totally win the game, and of course, the Cardinals don't because the fact that home runs become a very influential thing in the game in 2026. It was clearly influential in this game as there was 3 home runs in the last 2 innings. You add that to Buxton's home run, who was on base all 4 times in this game, and you had a pretty good offense for Minnesota tonight.
The Cardinals out-hit the Twins 12-11, but the Twins outscored the Cardinals 9-8. More from Minneapolis after this.